Okay. Alright, let's get everything upgrading on the farm, so that way I don't have to think about it. At least for a little bit. Then we can get to doing some shiz. Gonna get to some job applications. And after we get done with our job applications, I need to double check to see what was next on the list of things to learn, but, you know, might as well try and learn the things, right? That's already done. That's already done. I think at this point all the berry boss should be done. Oh, that's all done. Here's the capacity on that. Berry bot. Berry bot. So all the berry bots are in fact done. I feel like I at least like one harvest spot maybe done already. But I honestly can't remember. But we're gonna keep upgrading until we can't upgrade no more. Or at the very least that's my plan. As far as I'm concerned, that is everything possible to upgrade. I have everything going. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, let's get to applying to some jobs, because, you know, need one of those. I don't want a hybrid. Okay, well, that was easy. That's also remote. Job has expired. Real glad that it's even here. Cool. Get out of here. Authorized job process. Yeah, sure, I don't care. Please share your annual salary expectations. At least 40,000. A job that I may or may not be able to apply to because workday is weird. that that like the easy apply in LinkedIn doesn't have a like autofill your LinkedIn profile when they ask for it, which is the wildest thing to me that anybody even asks for. You're applying through LinkedIn. That should be just like attached. Oh, it's one of these things again. Link the URL. Ayo Mojo. What do you get? Ooh, you're gonna help Poison find more content creators for the One Up Gaming Festival? Good quest. Quality quest, if you ask me. I hope you're having a good Monday, Mojo. I hope you're having a good Monday. Oh wait, it says remote in the name. Okay. Where's... Can't do hybrid. Ooh, fast-growing SAS startup? Okay. I can actually work with this. That feels weird. I don't like that question. I feel like I've tried to play that one several times. Oh. Is that what it applied to earlier? Alright, that has to be the same thing that I've already applied for. I know it's just going to take me to another thing, but nice to know that actually shows up. I'm just more so waiting to hear back. I haven't heard anything yet, so there's. Actually, less water, but less harvests. Nah. I want to harvest. I don't care about how much water something takes at this point. Mhm. I think I do. We'll try it over here. Did I play this earlier? I don't even know anymore. I am already 3 pages deep. I wish I remembered if I applied to this or not. I don't remember at this point. Screw it. We put in a good handful more applications. Alright, how are we looking for? I'm gonna put in a couple more of the green chilies, not necessarily because I think we desperately need them, but because I think it'll help push us over the edge. And then now we're gonna do the, what are these anyways? Potatoes? Purple potatoes. And we'll just do the same thing we did with the greens. Once the next thing comes up, we'll keep putting some purple potatoes out because I know we're gonna need them. I think we're good there. Okay. Okay, let's see, because, yeah. What were we on first? The work long stream ideas. Yeah, I think we're on to like what makes a good short, because I think we'd looked at like kind of like what makes a good video, or what's that? Can we do it today? No. I think maybe if we look at like what makes a good short. Because I feel like I have some ideas for shorts, but I don't know. I feel like a lot of my well, actually, the majority of my shorts that I end up doing are just essentially just kind of mild reactionary, like what happened while I'm doing a let's play, not like active. I made this short specifically for this, for making this short, not like I'm making content of my content. So maybe that's one thing I gotta kind of, I guess, keep in mind. But let's go ahead and turn not all the way down, because I do like having that like little bit of background noise whenever I decide to pause for whatever reason. Right. What makes a good short? Telling a great story in less than 60 seconds. Don't necessarily want. Okay. I don't. Maybe if I. Okay. How to make. Okay. I was like, this is probably gonna be some bullshit. This is probably gonna be some bullshit as well, but I think some of these might be. Especially with them being over a year ago, I don't think any of those are going to be helpful. Alright, this is at least recent, so I guess let's look at the. I don't know.
Great content needs a great audience, like your boss needs validation.
When you get 0 views or a few hundred views, you think the problem is in my short video, but actually it's not. Because you upload shorts the wrong way, YouTube doesn't send your shorts to the shorts feed. So in this video, I will cover some crucial topic like right way to upload shorts, where I will upload shorts, mobile or PC, which hashtag I will use, should I write description, should I blank tag section, perfect time for uploading shorts.
Okay, so like immediately, is this just like a weird speech pattern, or is this fucking like AI bullshit? Because like I can't tell if like this isn't your first like language and or what, but like.
Let's start. You can upload short from YouTube app, Chrome browser, and YT Studio. But when you upload from Chrome browser in desktop mode, then you can't choose custom thumbnail and can't add trending song. So I will not upload from any browser or from desktop. I will use YouTube mobile app and YT Studio to upload shorts. What you do here, you just press the plus button and upload your shorts. But that's the big mistake you are making. Please don't do it. Before uploading any shorts, go to the Play Store and check the YouTube app and the YT Studio both. If you see any update available, then you must update it before uploading, and it's crucial.
Alright, I'm just gonna. It sounds like it's just AI slop. Yeah, you want it was like you want to know how I could tell this is probably a load of bullshit. 2.6K views and it's already looking like he has 100,000 subscribers. Nah, that's a shit video. I don't want 10. It's like, but yeah, this is not. Okay, I guess we'll go
In
video.
this video, I'm going to give you the complete guide on how to make YouTube Shorts in 2025 with all of the latest updates in just 3 minutes. Why 3 minutes, you ask? Well, that's the maximum video length of a YouTube Short, and they must be filmed in a square aspect ratio or taller. Or to put it another way, anything filmed like this up to 3 minutes in length, YouTube Short. Anything filmed like this, normal long-form YouTube video. Anyone can make YouTube Shorts. It doesn't matter if you have 0 views or 0 subscribers, start your channel and get creating now. You can make shorts through the dedicated creator tool in the YouTube mobile app or upload videos you've already made either on mobile or computer. Word of warning though, you can't create or change thumbnails when you upload from a computer. More on that later. These are the basics of making a short through the YouTube mobile app. When you press the plus button at the bottom of the screen, make sure the short option is selected. This big red button is obviously the record button, and as you record, this red
Is
bar
it
at the
literally
top of the
just
screen
how
fills
to
up, showing
make
you how much
them and
record
not
time
like
you have left. You can record as many clips as you want and use this
how to
button to
edit,
increase the
how to
record length from
upload.
15 seconds all the way up to 3 minutes. Down the
Okay, so yeah, that's okay. This is literally nothing. It's like it's a, yeah. Let's see what. Like, I will say, if I remember correctly, watching this guy, he actually like said things that were like, you know, actually
Every
felt
day,
helpful.
thousands of small channels just give up. Because sadly, most people never make it past 1,000 subscribers. Not because they're particularly bad at YouTube, but simply because they couldn't survive the invisible growth phase. Now, what you might not have known is it took MrBeast over 2 years and 300 videos to hit his first 1,000 subscribers. Now, he could have easily just given up after a year and a half, but he didn't. He powered through the invisible growth phase, and now he's the biggest YouTuber in the world. So in this video, I'll explain what the invisible growth phase is and how you can survive it. And at the end of the video, I'll also share a quick 4-step plan that you can take away with you right now and start straight after this video. So firstly, it's important to note that the algorithm doesn't hate you, and it's definitely not working against you, even if it feels that way sometimes. It just doesn't know who you are yet. And the truth is, the algorithm doesn't judge creators, it simply just reacts to data. So when you upload a video, YouTube quietly pushes it out to a small test group. That group may or may not be interested in your content. Some of those people will simply just scroll straight past your video and ignore it. But some other people in that test group might watch, click, and maybe even subscribe to you. Based on the results of that small test, YouTube will then decide whether or not to test it again, this time to an even bigger group of people. The better your video performs in each test group, the more push the algorithm gives it. Think of it like a matchmaking system. The algorithm is just trying to pair your content with the right audience. Sometimes it gets it right, sometimes it gets it wrong. So just stop blaming the algorithm. Like, it doesn't have feelings. It's not out to get you. It just doesn't know who you are yet. Now, your job as a small channel is to keep uploading, keep testing, and let your profile data build up behind the scenes. Because the more data that the algorithm has on you, the better at matchmaking it can become. And that's then where exposure comes in. Because your channel isn't small, it's just underexposed. This stage, the small channel stage, isn't about talent. Like, you don't need to be the best editor in the world, you don't need a fancy camera, expensive lighting, or years of storytelling experience. What you do need though is just to learn how to get discovered. And getting discovered on YouTube as a small channel is all about your titles, your thumbnails, and your SEO. As I've said a million times, the video itself, yes, it matters, but it only matters after someone clicks. And right now, the reason you're not getting views is because people aren't clicking. It's not that the algorithm hates you. It's just that the people the algorithm's trying to show your video to simply aren't interested in it. But look, overall, your mission at this stage is simple. Don't obsess over perfection. Obsess over clickability. Your title and thumbnail are your handshake, like your first impression. Nail those two things and you'll start building exposure. Now, I do have a short mastery course dedicated to titles and thumbnails, so if this is something you need to improve, which I can bet it probably is, then hit the link in my bio and get my titles and thumbnails mastery course now for 50% off. This then brings us on to the 100 video rule, which is where a lot of small creators go horribly wrong. But the one rule I always share with small creators is you need to make at least 100 videos. Not just for practice, which is still a huge aspect of which we'll talk about next, but also because every single upload you ever post is feeding the algorithm valuable information. Like, YouTube is a machine that learns through repetition and pattern recognition. Like, every title you write, every thumbnail you design, every viewer who clicks or skips your videos, it all becomes part of a data profile around your channel. Like, the algorithm starts to learn who watches your content, how long do they stay for, who skipped past, what types of titles attract your ideal viewer, which videos bring back returning subscribers, and so much more. So each new uploaded video is like a new data block, and over time those data blocks compound and build up. This allows the algorithm to start piecing together patterns about your ideal audience, and when that picture becomes clear enough, it begins recommending your content more confidently to the right people. So the more data blocks you give it, the better the algorithm gets at being able to find the right audience at the right time. Now, sadly, most creators quit before this data stack has had enough time to build, but the ones who keep going will eventually hit the tipping point. And the tipping point is super important, but we'll discuss that next. So the real challenge is this, look, can you stay consistent long enough for the algorithm to truly understand you? Like, can you survive the quiet phase before the compound kicks in?
How's the algorithm?
Because most people think that consistency just means uploading every week, but that's only half the equation. If you upload 100 videos without learning, evolving, or improving anything, that's not grinding, that's just autopilot, that's just ticking boxes. Like, the only type of consistency that actually works on YouTube is evolving consistency. You upload and you tweak, you test, you reflect, you look at your last 5 videos and you ask yourself, what can I improve by at least 1%? Now, you might think that 1% is like an insignificant number and that won't change anything. But if you improve by just 1% per video over 100 videos, that's a 100% improvement since where you were when you first started. Like, really think about that. So you always need to improve something with every new video you post. Even just 1%, guys, it makes a huge difference over time. Now also, look, it's all well and good posting loads of content and growing your YouTube channel or your social media channels. But what most small or new creators often forget about is online safety. Now, my top tip is I never publicly share the email that's tied to my actual YouTube account, and you shouldn't either. Like, don't put it in your video descriptions or on your channel's About Me page. There are so many hackers and dodgy people out there, and making your login email and sensitive data public is just asking for trouble. Like, way too many times I've seen big YouTubers have their entire account stolen just because they publicly
Now, skip ahead because that's just him trying to sell us shit.
If you've consistently improved your titles and thumbnails, and if you've let the algorithm collect enough data and learn who your content is for, then you're already doing the hard part. Because eventually, all of those efforts compound. And that compounding effect leads to something very powerful. We call it the tipping point. This is a moment where your videos stop struggling for clicks, and they start becoming recommended more aggressively. It's where YouTube no longer tests your content in random pockets, but instead it knows exactly who to show it to. And suddenly, the numbers start to shift. Your views will jump, your subs increase, your dashboard feels alive for the first time. Now, the tipping point isn't always explosive though. Sometimes it's subtle. Your videos start to get more consistent traffic, your shorts finally hit the For You feed, your long form videos start being picked and showed on home pages on the suggested tab, but whether it's fast or gradual, you will feel the shift. Now, the sad truth is that most creators never get here. Not because they weren't good enough, but because they gave up just before the algorithm had time to figure them out. They didn't
Is it just me, or is there like a lot of like these kind of YouTubers that just love to go and be like, say the same thing several times throughout the video? Like, is that like just like a normal thing, or am I crazy thinking like it's like a little bit like overly redundant to be like, hey, here's this thing I said this one time and this other time and the same time over here and then this time over here. It's like we get it. People quit YouTube early because it's hard. It's like you don't need to say it several times. Like that I don't get. That I don't get. -3 water, sure, that's better than nothing. But I don't know. It was like this guy, the one girl who just they kept like it's like I understand it's like make a killer XYZ thing, but like just saying it over and over again. It's like it's like a weird level of repetition that I feel like is some weird psychobabble type of bullshit that like that like works on like a handful of people where it's like, yeah, no, if you keep saying if you keep repeating the same thing or something like that, it becomes a familiarity and people feel at ease. Or it's like, or you just keep saying the same thing over and over again and it has no real substance. I just get exactly. It's like, okay, cool, dude. We get it. It's like people quit YouTube. Who would have guessed people quit YouTube? It happens all the fucking time. People, it's like, especially nowadays, love to have what's the word I'm looking for? Like instant gratification, and nobody has an attention span anymore for fuck all. It's like, well, yeah. It's like, what do you expect? A lot of people are gonna quit early. Like, you don't have to tell me 50 times about
Trust the data building process.
Also, how's it
They
going,
thought,
Doc?
oh,
How
well,
is
I'm not
your
getting any views,
Monday?
so I must be bad at this. When in reality, they were likely just one solid video away from this tipping point. Now, your tipping point could be your 37th video, your 89th video, your 112th video. The timing is different for everyone. But if you keep showing up, if you keep learning, if you keep improving your strategy, and you keep building data with each upload, the odds are seriously stacking in your favor. And when you do hit the tipping point, my God, honestly, it feels incredible. Like this.
I have 12 emails, 30 messages, and a proposal due by 10. How am I already underwater?
I'm in the same boat.
I'm in an actual boat.
I thought grammar.
This is what you've been working so hard to achieve. This is when you smash monetization, earn incredible amounts of money, and start building the most amazing audience. So to hit that tipping point, which is completely possible for each and every one of you watching right now, here goes a simple 4-step plan that you can take away with you and start implementing right away. Step 1, redefine what success means for you. So firstly, look, stop obsessing over views, likes, and subscribers. I know it's tempting to check your analytics every hour, but those metrics don't reflect your true potential, especially early on. Instead, all small channels need to shift their focus to skill building and content improvement. Like I said, every video is a chance to improve by at least 1%. Maybe it's your pacing, maybe it's your delivery, maybe it's your thumbnail. Like those tiny wins compound fast. So write this down now. Like seriously, grab a piece of paper and ask yourself this question. What does true YouTube success look like for me? Is it financial freedom? Is it a full-time content career? Is it a platform to teach or inspire people? Like once you've defined that, once you've figured it out, every single video you make from now on becomes a step towards your own definition of success, not just numbers on a screen. Step 2, connect with other small channels. Like you don't have to do this alone. Find and engage with other small creators in your niche. Comment on their videos, message them, share.
That's probably the biggest and best tip right there. It's networking. The 110% when it comes down to it, when it comes to all content creation, a lot of the people that I tend to see that have a lot of success, especially like some people that like see it early on, it's the level of networking they do. The level of networking that you can like manage to do can really push you so far. Like that's one thing that I could probably do so much better. Is like take the time and try and network a bit more, a bit better. But there's just only so much time in the day, and it's like how do you balance that, right? Like how do you get to that point? And I don't know. That's one thing I don't know.
What you're learning, ask questions, offer support. Like this isn't just about being nice, it's about building a community of people on the same journey. And building these connections can lead to collabs that grow both audiences, accountability that keeps you consistent, shared lessons that save you time and frustration, and most importantly, They'll remind you that you're not the only one grinding in silence, like you're all in it together. Step 3, find your unique angle. Like, why should someone watch you instead of watching another channel do the same thing? That's a question you need to answer. Like, what's your edge? Maybe it's your storytelling, your humor, your background, your format, your editing style, or maybe it's just your unique perspective on a particular topic. Like, there's so much content out there, but your goal should be to stand out without trying to be someone else. Ask yourself these questions and note down the answers as well. What do you do differently? What value can you provide that most creators can't? And what's something that only you can provide to this niche? And finally, step 4, commit to a consistent posting strategy. So here's...
Okay, so pretty much, you know, a lot of very generic and basic things, like, what was it? Step 1, find your niche. Step 2, connect with other channels. Step 3, what makes you unique. And then step 4, post consistently. Again, these are, it's like, it's one of those things where I think that's one of the biggest problem when it comes to a lot of videos like this is you're always going to get like essentially the same handful of general advice over and over and over again, and none of it's like a more, like, if you ever find a unique perspective, it's like there's nothing extra to glean. You see one video generally talk about like doing XYZ, and then you've seen them all. What do I do differently? Nothing, and being awkward. I mean, that's certainly one way to put it. I mean, and I also think it's one of those things where it's so hard for like you yourself to figure out like, what do you do differently? What's something special that you do? What do you bring to the table that maybe nobody else does? Because it's like, well, I just do what I normally do. Like, it's so hard to be like, because like me myself, like, I don't know what I do specifically different. I don't know what I necessarily bring to the table that's like that's any kind of different. Like, I couldn't tell you to save my life. And the best thing I could probably tell you is like, I'm just me. That's all that it is. I don't try and up any like reactions or anything like that. Everything is just a 100% genuinely me. It's like, and is that enough? I don't know. It's like, who knows anymore? Like, the world's a crazy place, but like, I feel like it's a lot easier for people on the outside looking in to be like, okay, this is what you do differently, or this is what I like generally enjoy about you. And Gadok, I would say like you yourself, it's like you're very quick-witted, just like it's like you have quality jokes, you have a very dry delivery of your jokes, which makes them even more better. Like, obviously not a lot of people are going to love like that like level of dry humor, but like I know me and Kit was like, that's like this kind of shit that we eat up, like it's like and it just works. And you also have like that like incredibly like deep knowledge of like a lot of like different things. I think it was like Chester the other day, it was like, it's like you're like a nice wealth of like fun facts. It's like, now does that translate into anything? I don't know. Can you translate that into anything? I don't know, maybe. It's like that. I guess that's like kind of where my overarching knowledge gap is when it comes to a lot of this stuff. It's like, okay, it's like you have this XYZ skill, now how do you implement it into something that people want to watch? Which is why I think I'm going to be starting here starting next week, because honestly this week's just kind of borked with how much stuff we have going on. But I think Wednesdays are still going to be like co-working days, but it's going to be more of specifically working on like any bigger content. So like I need to go find my list, but like I know I really want to start working on my whole video idea of what makes a game a Soulsborne game, and just going through that, getting it like written out and figured out. And then I also have to like figure out like pulling video from XYZ thing, because like I know I have all of the what's the word I'm looking for? It's like I have all the Soulsborne games. I don't. It's like I think I played Neo through PlayStation Plus, so I don't have that. I might actually own Neo 2. I have the Neo 3 demo. I think I played Lords of the Fallen, like the first one, not the most recent one that came out. I think I played that through PlayStation Plus. I have both the Fallen Order and Jedi Survivor. I have Lies of P. I don't technically have Another Scribe's Treasure. I played that through Game Pass. I have Thymesia. Like I have a nice amount. It's just like I don't. It's like I know I'm gonna want to grab like handfuls of video so I can like use that, and it's like I don't want to necessarily take videos of like, oh hey, here's like me playing it and I still have my like little thing in the corner. Like I think I want to just do like flat just the gameplay stuff. So that's gonna be a whole thing. Well, to be honest, it's not that I necessarily know a lot, but when I know a little and it triggers, I love to look up and learn more about it, which is why I often one track and post a lot of information about something, even when the rest of the chat has moved on about another topic. But still, that it's one of those things. Like it's like yeah, it's like you know a little bit of something or something, an interesting topic comes up, and you go like, okay, well let me look that up. It's like you're that extra drive forward to find that knowledge, and it's like it's that like interesting little thing, and that's like again, it's like does that really turn into anything? I don't know. Like maybe like it's like it's one of those like the kind of like ADHD moments where it's like someone mentions XYZ thing, you go, oh that's neat, let me look that up. You look up the information on that and be like, oh, okay, well, that's a lot of things that I didn't know about XYZ. Maybe make a quick video about XYZ. And it's like, okay, here's my ADHD, obsessed, like, look up information on XYZ. It's like, does that turn into anything? I don't know. It might. Fuck if I know. Like, but I guess that's, like, at least something. That's nothing, that's nothing, that's nothing. Yeah, I'd rather have the top one. Okay. Alright, send you back up. You've brought me nothing. Yeah, big shrug. Big shrug at the end of the day. Alright. Alright, how to improve port. So is that gonna be anything? I'm gonna assume not. Alright. Ultimate, I mean, maybe we need to look at something from a year ago. Maybe just nobody's making fuck all. I don't know. I want to be more focused on streaming than making videos, though. That's fair. So, sorry. I guess like maybe in that case, it's. I guess the big question is. Cheers, Dan. I guess the big question is when it comes to that. It's like maybe like going. It's like maybe like you can like lean into the whole like, okay, insert topic thing here or whatever, and like have it as like a channel point redeem where it's like, okay, we take like 5 minutes and we do a deep dive in a search into whatever this topic is. Like, hey, it's like, do you know XYZ topic? Deep dive in here. But that'd be like, I guess, my first thoughts on like how to possibly like harness that like kind of drive that you have where it's like, oh, hey, it's like this triggered that. Let's do a quick look. Let's see what we can learn about this subject. Maybe something like that could be interesting. All right. Again, this is probably nothing, but let's see.
So that's how they're growing.
I'd rather like
They're
go
hiring
through videos
freelancers. Look what
and
they're doing with AI experts.
figure out like what may or may not be worth it or not.
5 million views, 9 million views. About 1 year into starting shorts, I had finally figured out the blue.
Okay, honestly, 3.2 32,000 subscribers and a video with 1 million views. Okay, could be interesting.
Blueprint to consistently going viral. And today, I'm going to be passing that knowledge on to you. This video won't be
That
a basic
go viral every
tutorial
time?
where
Yeah,
I tell
nah,
you to
that-
use a certain niche or hashtags. All of that stuff is bullshit. You'll be learning the exact formula that top creators use to blow up all of their shorts. So focus up, take notes if you'd like, and let.
Immediately, first thoughts. This is what I'm going to predict right now, because this is how a lot of these videos usually end up going. It's like, okay, you're going to go based on this kind of a topic, like that's it's like a current topical thing. It's like, and then you're going to do X, Y, Z, and it's like you're gonna use the algorithm into your advantage, and you're gonna do these like just clickbaity things to that make people want to click more. It's like that's my prediction for this. It's gonna be essentially don't do what everyone else is doing to game the algorithm, and that's all that it is. And yeah. All right, give me a few moments. I'll be right back. I gotta take Penny Potty, but I will see you in a few.
Oh my god, I fucking got him while he was driving. Let's fucking go. Oh my god. That was so good.
Yeah. That's the hard part, is not wanting to get greedy when you're close.
And this is it, bitch!
He did it!
If there was a teabag emote, I would be teabagging so hard.
I can't imagine that would get approved.
A teabag emote?
Yeah.
No. Well, either way, that's going on TikTok. Because fuck that bitch.
Hell yeah!
Oh no, the moon thing. I better fight it. Oh wait, I didn't do the things. It's just gonna eat my face.
That's right.
Alright, yeah, so that only took about 15-20 minutes. Because I spent the first like 10 minutes dicking around letting people come in.
But now you're gonna die.
Yeah.
Thing's creepy though.
Oh yeah. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of glad that I don't have to fight that thing. That I feel like that thing would be absolute bullshit to try and have to fight. That's straightforward. It's simple. I burnt my bum. I burnt my bum. I know I burnt my bum again. Hot cross buns. Yep. Okay. Yep. That's fine. I was too busy looking at chat anyways. I wasn't expecting when I got launched it would be like, oh yeah, by the way, the platform you landed on is gonna kill you. I'm fine with that. I'm fine with going in with only 6 heals. I'm fine with only going in with 2 cats. This is fine. This is fine. I should be fine. Got it. Perfect for spoopy seasons. Ooh, we got us a nice hit right here. A Radiant Gardevoir. Ooh, and I don't even think that's technically the rare. Ooh, snap. Nice hits in a row. Got the Zorora V-Star. Okay, so that one pack. Oh my god, it keeps going. Trainer Art Gallery. Come on, Penny. You know you want to come up. Hey. Alright, give you a little. Come in. Oh, got a little itchy? Alright. Gotta wait. Gotta give it a second. Alright, there we go. Man, Pokemon went about as anime as DDB for its artwork nowadays. DDB. DDB? Why is that anagram not pulling in my head? Also, how's it going, survivalist? How is your Monday? DDB. 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 Seriously, I don't know why that's blanking on me. DDB. It's going really putting it just you know what, I get that. DDB. D&D Beyond? But yeah, no, I feel that, man. I feel that. Ugh. It's like we're watching bad well, maybe not bad necessarily, but we're watching YouTube advice videos to see if we can glean any sort of thing that may or may not be useful that isn't the same drivel that you always get.
Let's get started. Before we can talk about breaking the algorithm, we need to understand how it works and also how it can be exploited. And first things first, it's not random and it has no...
Already starting off, it's like YouTube algorithm and how can it be exploited? Immediately that off the rip, it's already telling me that this is going to be a load of horseshit.
Nothing to do with luck. The algorithm simply shows the best, most engaging content on the platform. So as long as you can make engaging shorts with high retention, then blowing up is pretty much guaranteed. And to prove that statement, let's go back to when I was just starting out on shorts.
Building your online business? Go to Wix.com and set up your...
I had...
Alright, immediately already... it's like the whole high retention. I can already tell you that's a load of bullshit. The majority of my shorts have over 100% 100% watch rate. It's I will say, like, one thing is like let me see if I can pull it up. Pull up the studio. Oh yeah, by the way, if anybody wants, my latest episode of Pokemon Radical Red has come out. So if you want to check that out, definitely would be huge. So here are my highest viewed videos right here. Now you would think like these four should all have very similar XYZs, right? Like this one has 303 likes. You would think that, like, with 303 likes, this should be up much higher. Nope, apparently not. Why? I don't know. But let's open up the analytics into each of these so we can take a little bit of a look. Double Dragon Ball crossover. Honestly, I would play that video game. I would play a Dragon Ball themed or a Double Dragon. Yeah, no, a Dragon Ball themed Double Dragon. I'd watch that. DDB sounds like a medical term. Meant DBZ. Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Honestly, I haven't watched the latest Pokemon anime. I really need to. It looks good. All right, so most viewed video right here. Estimated revenue, not even a cent. That's mostly because this happened before I ever hit actually, wait, that's not right. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold on, wait. I have confusion because these aren't my... I have at least two more that... Okay, where are they? Because yeah, I have some shorts that are now looking at this. This should be okay. I'll look for them specifically, but huh. Okay, so yeah, no, this happened well before. Yeah, stay to watch is 56%. Where is the average view duration's 20? Is it under reach? No, it's probably engagement, right? Engagement. This is before they started doing unique view tracking, so that's a whole different thing. But yeah, stay to watch, that's how many people like actually stayed to watch versus like just immediately swiping away. 56, that's generally pretty average for the most part. So that's nothing special. Again, why this happened to have gone that far, no idea. I'm trying to think. I usually feel like this is usually so much easier to see like the view percentage, like the average view duration, like percentage wise, because like average view duration is 20 seconds. So then by looking at this, like, okay, that's 172%. Like, so it's clearly like, I would say 170, like, again, the majority of people watch it the full way through, and then it's like a small percent. Like, I don't fully understand how it tracks this, but this is off because, but I think the big thing that we want to look at is the engagement and like how the viewers engage. So that's 56, but that's the most viewed one that we have, but it's not actually the most viewed one. I don't know why it's not pulling it up. That's 53. That's 58. Give me 1 second, Penny. Penny, you want to come up? And then, yeah, so those have all been like roughly 56, and those hit like 10,000 views. You would think, okay, so hit about 56%, like a little over 50%, and you're probably looking at 10,000 views. Cool. Not really the case. That's the one thing. Let's see. Let's go date. This is the most recent. All right, I'm trying to remember how far down it is, but once we see like something like hit like essentially quintuple digits, essentially. Because I can't remember how long ago I posted it, but I know what I'm looking for. Okay, so I saw Gichu, so we gotta be close. 3. Hi, Penny. Okay, see, I don't know why this one didn't come up. Clearly, I think this one's actually my most viewed, if not one of my most viewed. So let's pull that up. Yeah, I want to just double check and make sure. And it was what, 11? What will Gichu evolve into? All right, so that was the first one that started it all off. And then I had one more that was like same deal. It's just okay, so where? Okay, and then this one. I don't think because I think I had 3 Gichu videos in total. It's just for whatever reason, not all 3 or 4 of them ended up popping off like this. All right, either way. So, give me the analytics. All right, so most viewed video, little over 11,000, almost 12,000 views. All right, stay to watch 73%. 73%. That's like crazy good. From the one person that I watched, the majority of the time, if you hit over 70%, that's usually when you get something to go viral. I don't know why this petered out here. I'm hoping at some point this gets like recycled through and people start watching it again. but 73% only literally got me like an extra almost 2,000 views compared to these other ones that only did like mid to high 50s, which is like annoying. It's like I got nothing extra out of having something that like people stayed to watch. And then same goes for this. Almost 11,000 views. Almost 11,000 views. 69.7. Almost that 70% mark. But still, like nothing's like special out of it. It's wild to me. Like just how different. Like you would think, like, with this being significantly higher than the other ones, these should have so many more views. They just don't. It's like, oh, here's like an extra 1,000 people. And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I don't understand why these two only did like marginally better with that retention rate compared to these ones. Like, granted, these ones are like, again, back in like mid 2024, so it's like some of these are like before like when I guess YouTube just like, and its algorithm and the way it was kind of set up for shorts, it felt like you pushed a little bit more type of deal, you know. But I don't. They also changed how things are tracked. So engaged views are now tracked differently. So you see how it's engaged views are 5,000, but the overall views are 11,000. I don't really know what the full difference between the two is, you know? So does that mean like you like when it comes to like engagement, it's like I did 73% stay to watch, which is again really good from what I've seen, but you're only giving me like actual 6,000-ish real views. But like something like this, does this engaged view, like it's like, does this mean this technically has done better, even though again it has a worse engagement rate? That, and it's let's see, it's like, can I see? I got the like percentages there. I guess I could just click back on. Oh god, oh right, because I've literally opened these up like this. Okay, so this one right here, only 48 likes. Like, it's so confusing to me. Like 48 likes is like compared to like one of the other ones having like 300. And then it was down here, right? Yeah, the 162 likes. Like, I don't know. I don't understand. YouTube's algorithm doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
Basically no idea what I was doing, and my shorts wouldn't even break 100 views. But I kept improving my content until I finally started having success on the channel. I believe it took about 4 months for me to hit 10k subscribers. But here's where it gets crazy. On my next channel after that, I hit 10k subs in 3 weeks, simply because I was more experienced and knew how to make better content. So believe me when I say, the algorithm always recognizes good shorts and pushes them forward, and you'll...
Again, I find it's like that statement is a very inflammatory statement. It's like, I don't think it recognizes good shorts. I think it recognizes, I guess what's a better word for it? It recognizes lowest common denominator, just slump.
You'll start seeing this happen with your shorts if you do everything I tell you to. everything else is completely useless if you neglect this step. An interesting topic is the basis of every viral short out there, and without it, you can never hope to get many views. So start with this. Think of your intended audience, the people in your niche. What do they want to see? What type of videos are already performing well in your space? Take some time to consider these questions. I also suggest that you go research the big channels in your niche to see what video types worked well for them. Now, I found this creator's channel, and I think it's a...
Alright, real quick, let's take this back like a half second.
Now, I found this creator's...
Alright, 32,000 subscribers. Okay, I would say mid kind of bigger creator, right? Like tens of thousands. Like going and watching a bigger YouTube, like having hundreds of thousands plus, like watching their videos and be like, what did they do to be so successful, and what can I do similar to them to also be successful? It's I always feel like this is such a bad bit of advice, because it's like, well, one reason why a lot of their videos, especially, you know, like if you go back and you watch like some of their earlier stuff and how they all of a sudden started taking off, where it's like, okay, they were getting 100 here, like double digits here, maybe 1,000 like here, then they started taking off. Like, okay, that's where you go, okay, what's going on with this? Okay, sure, like that might gleam you a little something, but like you go like, okay, I watched the last 5 Mr. Beast's videos and he did this and this is why it was successful. Yeah, because he spends millions of dollars on his fucking videos now, and he has such a wide recognition that when he doesn't break 100 million views on his videos, something's wrong, essentially, right? It's like he's not a good like barometer test to be like, this is what you need to do. You can't look at like those that are like at the top. Like, yeah, maybe look at like some of the more successful people within your niche per se, but it's one of those things where it's like I will say, like, one thing that I've probably generally noticed, and I don't know if I want to even bother changing it, is I don't think Let's Plays are worth fuck all anymore. It's like, unless you're already a big recognizable person, starting a Let's Play type of channel, it's like, and putting out that kind of content, probably not a lot of people are going to give two shits about that. That's just not how it is anymore. And people like Mr. Beast are a part of the reason why shit like that doesn't work anymore. And Jacksepticeye is 100% correct, and that Mr. Beast has essentially and effectively ruined YouTube that way. YouTube's not the place that it used to be, where it's like people come here, they create things that they love and enjoy, and people can, you know, go through with that and like possibly make something of themselves. Like, oh, people are doing something that they really love and enjoy. No, it's all become performative, just BS, and like, just, okay, how can we jump the shark again this time? And obviously, if you have millions of dollars backing you, you're probably gonna be fine.
Channel, and I think it's a perfect example of why those things are so important. If we look at his most popular shorts, you'll see that the topics are aimed at a younger audience, mostly school kids. Therefore, when he starts making videos that don't appeal to younger school kids, you can see that his views shoot way down. But now, if we look at his most recent short, he got a lot more views than usual because he again started targeting his core audience. So always consider who your audience is and what they want to watch. Now, just by following...
I will also say, like, advice like that is such a unhelpful, generic bit of advice. It's like, just know what your audience wants and give it to them. Like, how, okay, like, how are you supposed to know what your audience wants? Is it literally just go find somebody else's audience that you're like, okay, I kind of want to be in this field, see what that person put out, and then recreate it in your own way. Like that, it's like, and that's what the audience wants. Like, again, it's one of those things where it's like, it just it kind of works. It kind of works. I don't know. Either way. Don't mind me. Like, it's videos like this that are just so incredibly annoying, and obviously 1.3 million views, 71,000 likes. It's like, so far, just garbage advice. That's like, hey, do this. Is like, just, you know, abuse the algorithm. Create like just garbage videos that, you know, the algorithm's gonna like.
Following that advice, your video ideas will be 10 times better than they were before. But there's still more to it. Take a look at this short and try to see what's wrong with it.
Mr. Beast shared the key secret to his success on YouTube, and it's not what you'd expect.
Like, all you need to do, this applies to people who have not uploaded videos but have dreams of being a YouTuber, is make 100 videos and improve something every time.
Alright, the video continues for 20 more seconds, but we can pause it there. So what went wrong? Well, the topic itself wasn't the issue. It was pretty attention grabbing, and the audience probably initially stayed to watch. But this short still would have never performed well, because the creator made a huge mistake that you might be making as well. For a minute, pretend you're the audience of this short. So the video I
Alright, I'll have to give them a call back later. That's actually a real thing. Holy shit.
idea was introduced to us at the beginning, how Mr. Beast got successful. We got interested and decided to watch to find out how. But only 5 seconds later, we immediately got what we came for. Mr. Beast revealed how he got successful. So there was no more anticipation, and
I mean, let's be real, it's not consistency. It's 100% not consistency. See, that's a dumb way to put it. Alright, I'll have to look into that after this.
And we ended up scrolling away. The terrible mistake this creator made was paying off the topic too quickly. Ideally, the secret should have been revealed at the end. That way, the audience had to keep watching in order to find it out. This shows us that the delivery and execution of the topic are equally as important as the actual idea, which takes me to my next point.
Again, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, that's a nice idea. You want people to watch longer. You don't want to, you know, it's like you want to have good retention type of deal. It's like, okay, that's fine. That's dandy. But again, it's like when I have, you know, it's like a lot of my videos are that like high 90, especially like the earlier stuff. It's like high 90, like up and 100 plus. It's like, I don't think your actual information's useful.
This is a huge aspect to master.
I mean, granted, this is also a year ago, so
content.
Shit's changed
is how
so
you
much.
Present your video. The external things like cutting, pacing, and captions. Structure is how you compose your video with things like storytelling and payoffs. Learn how to combine good structure and good editing, and you'll be going viral with every single post. And to help you guys with that, there's a system that I use called HPC, which I'll break down for you guys, starting with H, the hook, the first 5 seconds of your shorts. Also the most important part of your content. Your hook should introduce the topic of the video while still leaving the viewer with a lot of questions. Look at how this creator executed his hook on a short with over 70 million.
I'm just gonna, you know, throw out there like the whole idea of like the hook and all that. It's like, it's such a, again, it's one of those things where it's like good advice, but there's no actual substance to that advice. And it's like, hey, this is how you want to do. It's like, here's like the very generic, like, here's the hook. Here's your idea. But you want them to still want to be like thinking more of it. And it's like, okay, cool. But like, how do you do that? That's, you're not giving advice. You're just saying the same generic kind of bullshit over and over again. All right, everybody, give me a few moments. We'll keep watching this slot for some reason, and I'll keep bitching about it, but I gotta run Penny Potty. I will be right back. Oh, owie. Okay, I forgot that you sent out like a little wind scythe. Okay, that's not bad. And oh, that's dumb. Oh, that's so dumb. So there's a ledge. That, you know what, this seems like a safety hazard. Somebody needs to get a hold of OSHA. This is a safety hazard. I heard a zipline. They're probably coming up.
Yep. Other one's up.
Got him.
Good job, dude.
They should have known.
Get butted.
Seen Pepper?
I believe she's putting out a fire.
Uh-huh. That was. Ooh. What secrets is that son bitch holding that he ain't telling us?
My favorite type of magic. Lesbomancy.
Jesus Christ, what's up with this fucking dwarf? That should get you real good. Yes. Oh, you were that hungry. Oh no. Oh no. I'm paying the utmost respect to you right now.
You better be paying the utmost respect to me.
Alright, I definitely need to try and either move the router and modem closer or what? Hey, how's it going, man? How's it going? Oh man, I punched the gun to death. What kind of bullshit's that? Oh no. Okay. Back to more of the slop.
Views.
I want to be the first person to have a snowball fight in the desert.
Alright, let's break that down. So it was fast paced and attention grabbing. No pauses, quick music with captions on the screen. But it also gave us a lot of questions. How's he gonna have a snowball fight in the desert? Where's he gonna get snow? How did
he get snow in his hand?
So we would have continued watching to answer those questions. And that leads us to the second letter of HPC, progression.
Need a UGC video for your business? Find me and many other skilled creators on Fiverr. Or you.
But there's a problem. It's hot out here, the sand won't form balls, and we don't have any snow. So Brayden and I grabbed our cooler and headed for the mountains. It was a long voyage, and I often wondered if it was going to be worth it.
Right, so we're progressing along in the short, and notice how the creator is meeting the expectations he set in the intro. He said he was gonna have a snowball fight in the desert, so now he's fulfilling that promise and literally showing the adventure to get snow. This is something you have to do in your shorts. Imagine if he said, okay, now let's get some snow, and then he walks to his car and pulls out a cooler filled with ice. That would be terrible, right? We'd be so disappointed. So make sure
Hey,
that the
would you
idea given
though?
in the intro matches the actual content. Now, the final letter of HPC stands for climax. The climax is the moment that the topic is fulfilled and the audience finally gets what they came for, which in this case is a snowball fight in the desert.
Now there's only one thing that two men can do with a cooler full of snow: throw it at each other.
And that wraps up everything nicely. That was overall a very good short. The use of editing.
I mean, I'm gonna throw this out there. I would be disappointed if, like, I don't know, and I don't know, like, if the guy making this specific video cut out bits and pieces, but like, that's such an anticlimactic. It's like, hey, I want to have a snowball fight in the desert. Well, I need to go get some snow. And what do you do with snow in the desert? You throw it at each other. Done. It's like they didn't even have like a snowball fight. They a total of 3 snowballs were thrown with what we were watching. That's a horrible short. I would not be happy if I watched that. And it's one of those things where it's like, again, the idea behind it, like, okay, it's like, get them hooked, progress to what you're actually trying to, that you got them hooked with, to progress towards that, and then deliver on what you've hooked them for. It's like, okay, generally makes sense. Again, like, very generic, like, underwhelming advice. It's just like, what is somebody supposed to do with that, right? Lots of time down, and actually, yeah, that is better. Right, you roll it. But again, it's like, the idea is kind of there. It's just the main reason why this video is done well is because everybody and their mother wants to try and improve how they're doing something, and here you go.
Editing complemented the video style, the music was fitting, he threw some jokes in there as well, and the storytelling was very effective. Even if your niche is completely different from this guy, if you apply his same tactics to your own content, you'll start seeing your shorts get hundreds
Hook
of
them on
thousands
something,
of views.
do
And
some
also,
nonsense
never
in
be
the
afraid to imitate
middle,
other
and
creators.
then
Learning from
do
successful
nothing to
channels
really
is a
show
very
what you
important
we're
part
planning on
of
doing.
improving your shorts. So at this point, you should have the knowledge to make a good short. But we're not done yet. Most people are limiting their views without even realizing it, because they overlook some crucial details about the actual posting of their content. And I'm not talking about hashtags or the title. That's only the tip of the iceberg. On one of my earlier shorts channels, I was kind of just experimenting with my uploads, seeing if there was an ideal post frequency and time of day. And what I found was actually pretty interesting.
Again, the answer is generally no. There is no actual like best time to post, no best day to post, because the way YouTube works is it's all just like kind of smushed together, and it's like, okay, we're gonna casually let things set out and float out into the world, and things can sit there and for like days at a time, and then all of a sudden it gets picked up. It's like, oh hey, now people are starting to see this and watch this and all that. It's like, it's not a, like, I'm going to assume right here is some dumb ass information that happened to work for this person, but I'm gonna take a wild guess and say, like, the shorts channels that he's made, he probably somehow linked it towards his other successful channels, and it's like, oh hey, here you go, here's like some already brand recognition, and this is why it went like from 0 to 10,000 in no time flat.
First, the day of the week.
I'd also say, notice how this person only has 32,000 views, and they had a 1.3 million video like from a year ago. Like, kind of makes you wonder.
Didn't matter at all. I had shorts fail and succeed on literally every day of the week. But what actually did matter was the time of posting. I noticed that my shorts posted in the morning would get noticeably higher views than any other time of day.
And that's a load of horseshit, because I can tell you right now, the views that I get the most on are usually the midday posts. It's like that. This is right here is confirmation biased of I found that this worked for me, so post during the mornings.
But that doesn't mean you should post in the morning. Let me show you something. If you go to the
I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little
analytics tab
surprised
in
that he actually
Studio,
followed it up
press
with that.
audience and scroll down a bit, you can see the times when your audience is most active. And if you look at my graph, the morning is when I get the most traffic, which means it's the best time to post for me.
I will also say, like, this legitimately means nothing. It just means more so of people who are watching your videos during these times. Just like, say theoretically, like, obviously, like, it looks like right around 6 a.m. Say this line 6 a.m. is where like things get the hottest. If you was to post it like 5:30, like, I don't think he would get anything better. It just means more so of like, say if he posts at 12 p.m. on Sunday, the people on Monday will catch it around 6 in the morning. That's all that really means.
Me. But for you, it's probably different. So align your posting times to when your audience...
Just out of curiosity. Oh, somebody already did a clicky on that. Thank you, whoever clicked on that and watched it. That's usually getting that first view usually takes forever. Let's see. Assuming audience, right? Yeah. So a lot of my stuff is getting viewed or looking around like 6 p.m. Now it's one of those things, like, it's a little biased because it's like, obviously my videos that have been doing the most have been around here. So it's just saying, oh, hey, this is where you get some really good stuff. And it's like, I usually post like my Dark Souls shorts around this time, around like 12 a.m., maybe a little bit earlier type of deal, but usually those don't seem to kick off until like either partway through the night or in the morning. So it's like, okay, this is kind of interesting, but I'm not posting everything during this time. Things like doing well at like noon. Again, I post all of my long form content at like 11:45 in the morning because I'm looking to try and catch people on their lunch breaks. Like, does that actually help me out at all? Probably not. Not really. I can't say that I get a lot of my views early, like, it's like around noon. It's because things sit. They patiently wait. They grow. And then obviously I do my live streams, you know, more during this time and then more during this time, which again, it's like, is that included in this? Because if that's the case, that again, that kind of skews things. That's just when I'm doing things. So like this right here, eh. Like if you're only doing like maybe one thing a day, yeah, maybe kind of follow along this path, post a little bit before it becomes a very bright purple instead of like a shadowy purple type of deal. But other than that, just post. Just post.
Is most active. Now, I also experimented with upload frequency, how often you should post, but the results I got weren't very straightforward. Between two channels, I posted as little as twice per week and as often as 4 times per day, just to see which was most effective. So right off the bat, 4 times per day was too much. Usually only half of them would ever get picked up by the algorithm, and my overall quality of content dropped. On the other end, posting twice per week worked better. However, it was kind of boring and unproductive since I could have been making more shorts in that time. Now, I found that once per day was a sweet spot because I had enough time to make high quality posts while still posting enough to get consistent exposure. But if you find that once per day is too much, it's fine to tone it down. Really, the most important thing is that you stay consistent and don't go too long without uploading, or else you'll end up losing a lot of momentum. So that's my proven advice to making.
Again, proven. Again, it feels like it's like I'm talking from a place of expertise, but it's like, I don't know. Like, okay, let's check this guy out. Let's check this guy out. Again, only 6 videos, 32,000 subscribers, and yeah, he's literally done nothing really in the past handful of things. And again, incredibly just boring and generic. It's like he doesn't even have shorts on this specific channel. Like, just out of curiosity, if I click this is no. Yeah, it's just no. Alright, we'll watch.
Just making the
Actually, let's see how long this video is, because I do
No,
need to grab
the
lunch and I
deadline's 5
should.
PM. That's less than
What's the difference between creators that
20
are
minutes?
growing and those that are stuck at low views? It comes down to one key shift, and it's not about uploading more, burning out, or hoping the algorithm magically picks you. I've been using this strategy we're about to learn on my podcast channel, and watch time, subscribers, and revenue is all going up. But make no mistake, whether you're an established creator or you're brand new and starting from zero, this strategy will work for you. It's what
That's a very bold claim, which I'm gonna say is probably bullshit. Again, Think Media, 3.29 million subscribers. I'm assuming this guy probably shows up a lot in Think Media, so he already has facial recognition. He creates a podcast, he creates a new YouTube channel. People are gonna be like, oh, hey, I know that guy from Think Media. Let's see what he's got to say.
What I call the viral remix formula, a simple way to find what's already working for your niche, your audience, and your voice. And in this video, we're gonna be unpacking exactly how to use it. And you can apply this for free without any fancy software, but I'll also show you the exact tool that top YouTubers are quietly using behind the
It's something that you have to pay for that they're sponsored by. Guessing it right now.
scenes to save time that could literally change your YouTube channel for just $1. But first, we need to cover some of the biggest mistakes that creators are making right now that will make the viral remix formula ineffective. But as soon as you fix these, then views are waiting for you on the other side. So let's dive in.
You gotta just press record.
So one of the first mistakes that creators make that causes low views is guessing what to post. They brainstorm their videos in isolation, hit upload, and hope that the algorithm smiles on them. But I've learned this, that post and pray doesn't really work. What you need is a more proven strategy to come up with a smart video idea, reverse engineer to get views. The second mistake is only looking at your own content. It's smart to review and analyze the performance of your own videos. But if you do not study your competitors, you're missing out on real-time clues of what's working now. Think about it. In sports, the smartest players don't just invest in their own skills and how they play the game. They spend time watching and analyzing game tape of their opponent. And so it's a mistake to only focus on your own craft and not analyze what other creators on YouTube can teach you. But let's go a little bit deeper, because the third mistake is only studying creators in your own niche. This might sound counterintuitive, but some of the best YouTube video ideas come from channels that are outside of your topic or niche. The viral storytelling framework of a fitness creator might be the perfect inspiration for a tech channel, or vice versa. Mistake number 4, only studying big creators. Now, yes, big creators are doing a lot of things right, but sometimes their success comes from sheer momentum. What you really want to study is small.
Okay, finally, like, again, somebody that's actually like saying something mildly sensical. It's like, because, like, I can't tell you how many videos of like this I have seen where it's like, study the big creators, study the successful people. It's like, and they never mention, it's like, they're successful because of their upward momentum. It's like, It's like they hit success at some point, yes, but they hit that lightning strike and they've ridden it, and it keeps going unless like you do something insanely horrible to tank all of your momentum. You're still going to be popular. I mean, look at Mr. Beast. Look at how many controversies he's had. His whole AI generated thumbnail bullshit he had recently. Like, is that really going to hurt him? No, he's probably realistically too big to fail unless he does something insane. Look at someone like Ethan Klein. He's been a raging lunatic for a while now, and he's just attacking other creators. Like, does he still have an audience? Is he still successful? Yes. Hell, look at Dr. Disrespect. For some reason, he's still at least somewhat relevant, and he has his audience, and he's he's a self-admitted predator. Can't call him a pedophile because, not technically proven, but he's definitely, at the end of the day, a self-admitted predator, whether he wants to admit it now or not. He definitely 100% admitted it. But it's like, some people just have that like upward momentum, and like no matter what they do, they're still probably going to hold on to it for at least a little bit. Like, yeah, you probably have some people that have fallen into a little bit more obscurity, but have still like have some general success, and I'm sure if they went and like actually posted something, they'd probably be fine. Look at like JonTron and oh god, what's his name? Toby Tobuscus. That's it. It's like the two of them, they probably alienated the majority of like their original audience, with them becoming like full on right-wing grifters, but they still have that like the general audience that probably still looks to them. I can't say it's like they're even making anything anymore, but still, like the point stands. Like once you have that like recognizability, it's hard to kind of like, I guess, fail anymore.
Small to mid-sized creators who have videos that are overperforming. If a channel with 10,000 subscribers is getting 300,000 views on a video, that's the kind of content you want to reverse engineer. And don't worry, I'll explain exactly how to find those videos and those channels in just a minute. And the fifth mistake is thinking that going viral is all about luck. While yes, there's always some unpredictability in content creation, the truth is most viral videos are not random. They follow patterns, smart packaging, timing, storytelling, audience targeting. And once you know what to look for, you'll see those patterns everywhere. And this is where the viral remix formula comes in, because when you know what to look for and you can track it quickly, you are no longer guessing, and you can start building your YouTube channel on proven ground and boosting your views. So what exactly is the viral remix formula? Let's talk about it. So here's a simple definition of the viral remix formula. You're finding videos that are already working, especially in your niche, and you're using those as inspiration to create your next video. That means studying titles, thumbnails, and topics that are already getting more views than normal and using those as patterns to grow faster. But we need to define viral because viral is relative. So when I say viral, I don't mean 10 million views on a Mr. Beast video. Viral is relative. What you're looking for is videos that are getting way more views than usual in that specific topic or niche. So for example, maybe your channel topic is in a very specific educational niche. In that case, viral might mean 15,000 views. If you had a channel helping contractors or those in the trades grow and scale their businesses, maybe 50,000 views on a video would be viral. Some people call these outliers. They stand out because they're performing way better than a channel's usual content. If a small channel typically gets around 1,000 views per video, but one of their videos has gotten 20,000 views, that's a clue. That's an outlier. And that is a video that's perfect for the viral remix formula. So the viral remix formula is all about this. Find videos in your niche, or
just one click and your voice is cloned in seconds. On Vision Story, when you're making a video and need that perfect voice, hit the clone.
Nope, don't like
even
that.
Outside of it that are doing better than expected. Figure out why, and then remix that concept in your own way. And coming up next, I'm gonna cover 6 specific tips on how exactly to do this with some insights that'll help you get more views on your next video. And then we'll cover a really cool software tool that saves even more time and that you can grab for just $1. Step number 1 is identify your niche and the related keywords to your channel topic. This might seem kind of simple because you'd say, Sean, I already know what kind of content I'm making, but let me challenge you. Sometimes I think we are unaware of the different ways and words that are related to our channel topic. Let me give you an example. Let's say your channel was about helping contractors grow their businesses. Well, that's pretty clear. There's probably multiple angles and entry points into that channel topic. Next, let's go over to a tool like ChatGPT and do a prompt like this. Hey,
It's like already immediately going into AI, dumb. This is dumb. Like, this is why AI is going to ruin the world. It's like I need someone to think of a way for something that I can't think of. So let me go ask a computer to do it for me.
I have a channel that helps contractors grow their businesses, but I want to do some research and I'm curious,
Okay, that was weird.
what are maybe some of the other terms that would be related to contractors and even adjacent to that topic, whether people in the trades, things like that. Check out this response. If your channel helps contractors grow their businesses, then there's a whole universe of core related and adjacent terms people use. Side note, if this was the only tip in the video that you got, you need to figure out your universe. Okay, so we have core contractor business terms, which are some topics and search phrases, which by the way, could be turned into videos. These are all great. But then we've also got related specific terms: roofing, plumbing, HVAC, electrical, flooring, remodeling, drywall. Deeper, tradespeople would be a topic, small business tips, blue collar millionaire, automated service business, and it keeps going deeper. Contractor burnout, we have adjacent but valuable topics, how to start a handyman business, license requirement for contractors, trade school versus college. So this is a key step. Step number 1 is to identify your niche, but also identify the related keywords, the core topic, the universe, the adjacent topics, and we're gonna use that for the next step. The sun shining on my window will make the exposure in this video a nightmare, making this video impossible to edit. All right. Step number 2, search those keywords on YouTube. So now you're gonna take these keywords like grow a contracting business and head over to YouTube and do a search with the goal of seeing what videos are popular around this topic and what can I learn from them for using the viral remix strategy. The power of this is going through the entire list, because you could look at subcontractor business tips as opposed to growing a contracting business, starting a successful subcontractor business, how to find good subcontractors. If relevant for you, you might tap into roofing business tips, see what that reveals. And the truth is, in a niche like the one we're talking about, a lot of people struggle to get views. So what we're doing is we're looking for the types of videos that have 24,000 views as opposed to 217, types of videos that have 60,000 views as opposed to 1,200. Those are the outliers. Let's try another one. Small business tips for tradespeople. Okay. 1,400 views a year ago on brutally honest business advice for small business owners. This video showed up in multiple searches, but the top 10 tips to running a successful construction business has got 363,000 views. Impressive. Which brings us to step number 3, which is build a list of the channels in your space. So now you're gonna make a simple list, and you could use Google Docs, a spreadsheet, a notes app. And what you're doing is you're searching those topics, looking for the videos that are outperforming, clicking through to the channels, and adding those channels to the list. This essentially is competitor analysis and building up a small database of the top channels in your niche, but also in the wider universe. Which brings us to step number 4, which is study popular videos compared to the channel's average views. So on our last search, we found this channel 6-figure revenue. So what we're gonna do is click through on this channel, click on videos, and then we can look at their most recent uploads in videos. 1,500 views, 45,000, that one would be an outlier. 929 views. And so it looks like actually they're not uploading very often, but Their base is about 1,000 views, and a lot better than that's around 10,000. But some of their videos have gotten as much as 170,000 views or 44,000. And so the key is you want to get a baseline of what do videos typically get in regards to views on this channel. Then you can go to popular to look for the extreme outliers. And one of the keys we want to look for is we don't want the videos to be super old. A year is fine. We could still learn from that. But if the video is more like 7 months old, how to start a 40K a month barbecue food truck business, 170,000 views. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for a recent upload, if possible. A year is good too. And we're looking for what can we learn about the title, packaging, the video itself, and how that might apply to our channel. Now it's time to collect the gold, which is step number 5. Make a list of winning videos, aka outliers. Now in doing this process, you might discover a video that's outperforming on a channel and it doesn't really inspire you, or it's not a video that you would make. However, if the video is something that you go, okay, that's a template or a format, that title, that thumbnail, basically that video packaging, that is perfect inspiration for something I could do on my channel. And the key is you've seen it on this other channel and it's already proven to outperform. You might want to start a new document or a new spreadsheet, and you could link the video, but what you could also put there is the title of the video and then remix that title for your niche. Because maybe it's a small business channel.
Lord, why didn't you ask me? I'm great at this content thing. You know what? Fair enough, Donker. I didn't want to bother you. You're a busy man. You're a busy man. I didn't think you had time for me. But how you doing, Dunker? How is your Monday?
But you're specifically helping tradespeople or independent contractors. You take the template, basically the format, the title idea, and you remix it as a reminder to yourself of the video that you want to make next. Now, admittedly, this process is a little bit tedious. And in just a second, we're going to cover a software that not only will help you do it faster, but will...
All right, everybody, give me a few moments. I'm probably going to take a little bit of a longer break this time taking Penny out. I should probably give the one guy who called me a call back so I can get that just done and over with. And I should probably honestly make a make lunch. Man of many talents and many friends. True that. But everyone, give me a few moments. I'll be right back. Don't go away. I forgot that you sent out like a little wind scythe. Okay, that's not bad. And oh, that's dumb. Oh, that's so dumb. I don't have time, Erwin. I'm overthrowing crime lords. Get dingle-hopped. Yeah, get dingle-hopped, nerd. Okay, well, he's dead. Alright, I definitely need to try and either move the router and modem closer or what? Hey, how's it going, man? How's it going?
I heard a zipline. They're probably coming up.
Yep. Other one's up.
Got him.
Good job, dude.
They should have known.
Get butted.
More like thigh museum, am I right? You're not wrong. Thick thighs saved lives, and oh no shit, he got chicken legs. Fuck, we're dead. I forgot that you sent out like a little wind scythe. Okay, that's not bad. And up. Oh, that's dumb. Oh, that's so dumb. I don't like hearing all this. I don't like immediately see. Oh. Get up, get up, get up. No, 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 not like this, not like this, not like this. Oh, thank God, oh, thank God, oh, thank God. Run, 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 run. Oh, fuck. Okay.
Seen Pepper?
I believe she's putting out a fire.
What? That was. Ooh. What secrets is that son bitch holding that he ain't telling us?
My favorite type of magic. Lesbomancy.
Jesus Christ, what's up with this fucking door? Work through Bangalore's smoke. I feel like that at that point it's like, what the fuck's the point of the digital threat? Good run, appreciate it, Ken. It should, yeah. Okay, so the game was fucking me there because I was not getting the outline of either of them. So the game was fucking me. Got it. That or they changed something, but yeah, that digital threat should have been. I should have. So there's a ledge. That, you know what, this seems like a safety hazard. Somebody needs to get a hold of OSHA. This is a safety hazard. We can't let it start rolling out. Life gets dangerous when the milkshake starts. In my defense, Donker, it's not my fault that you just got here and Penny's, being Penny. Because, if you know anything about Penny, she does everything on her own time with no regards to anybody else.
Will also help you do it better than any human ever could. But let's hit step number 6. Step 6 is use the viral remix formula to make your next video. Your job now is to take these proven video ideas and make your version in your voice, your style, your niche, your brand. But I want to encourage you, don't change it up that much because success leaves clues. The video that's on YouTube that's been successful, that outlier, it's really a template. What you want to do is remix the pieces, but you want to maintain that core structure. Should you copy the title and the thumbnail exactly? In my opinion, no, you shouldn't. However, you can't copyright a YouTube title. You know what's funny?
You know what? I'm fine with that. We can blame
copyright a book title. There's literally like 400 versions of YouTube Secrets, not even an exaggeration, on Amazon right now, which is my book. And that's kind of not cool. And like, in a way, I don't think those people are doing a good job at branding in that particular case. But I think the truth is that at the end of the day, in a particular niche, like if it's like how to scale your contractor business fast, just because someone else has used that title doesn't mean that you can't. One of the biggest mistakes that creators make is changing things too much. If the video's already working, don't fight the formula.
Hey guys, I just found an amazing digital marketing expert on Fiverr.
The company.
Ride the wave. Remember, you're not copying the content, you're remixing the concept. Yes, you could do all of this manually, but if you want to cut your research time in half and see what's blowing up in your niche right now, there's a tool that you can use to see all of this information.
Am I interested in Peak? I've seen bits and pieces of Peak. I wouldn't say no to it, but I mean, how much is Peak? Because your boy's on a tight budget. Honestly, only $8. That's not bad. Also, with the fact that it's made by Aggro Crab, makes it all the better. Also, I'm gonna be real. I get what he's saying about sticking to the formula takes the fun out of it. Yeah, exactly. Like I agree with that 100%. That's the one of the biggest problems when it comes to a lot of, especially more recent, like content creation advice. It's go with the herd. Do what's already been proven to be successful. Kind of just tweak it so it's a little bit more yours, but don't. It's like, but don't go, don't make it too much yours, because otherwise, ugh. Ayo, Jambone. Also, didn't you get this quest last time? I feel like you got this quest last time. They really want you to be the ruler of the pirates. Just have fun. Exactly. That's my biggest thing, and why I hate a lot of. Well, that didn't take long, now did it? All right, where notification? I guess I'll just do this from here. Pending gifts. Thank you, Donker. Also, that being said, Donker, you name the day, you name the day, you name the place, and we can play some Peak. We can play Speak, because that should be some ridiculous fun. It may just be me being greedy, but this summer sale seems kind of meh this year. Honestly, I don't blame you, but then again, I also haven't been looking at the summer sales because, again, baller on a budget right now. So, I don't want to be tempted. I miss you too, Donker. Funny enough, I thought about you several different times about, like, man, we talked about doing, what was that? What was the latest, like, co-op game that everyone's been going nuts about? Like, I thought about that. It wasn't that long ago that they even announced what was it, Escape Academy 2. I was like, oh, it's like I gotta get that, and we gotta go back, because me and you had a blast playing the first one. No one can forget me. Repo? No, not Repo. Split Fiction. Thank you, Dunker. Yes, that one. Though Repo's also a good shout. Repo is also a good shout. But yeah, I will get with you, Donker. I can move anything in my schedule around at this point. I literally have such a crazy backlog of videos that it's like I technically don't even need to keep streaming my usual stuff right now. So, like, just to give you all an idea, I think I'm right here in Mario Party's oh wait, that's Mario Party Part 2. I lied. I think I'm right here with, actually, let me scroll that up a little bit so you can probably see it above my dumb head. I think I have these two already uploaded. This one comes out on July 4th, which is this Friday, if I remember correctly. And so, and I'm only posting like my retros once a week. So I literally have, that's part 2. The Mario Party goes all the way up to part 20. I have essentially 17 more weeks, because I deleted 14 now because I didn't want to bother with it. But I literally have 14 more weeks worth of retro content right here. And that's still not including, like, obviously all the Pokemon stuff we did. I don't think I'm doing any of the Mario Tennis because that shit was boring. I'm not doing any of the Mortal Kombat because that game sucks. So yeah, I think maybe into Pokemon next. But I pretty much like retro content wise, I can skip that for a long time. And then when it comes to Elden Ring, I think I'm up to, I think I'm like up 9 and 10 or something like that. So I literally have like 10 more weeks of Elden Ring, and that's not even including anything. So I can literally just move those at any point in time. And then same goes for like Pokemon, because originally I was doing like 3 videos a week. I've now cut it down to like 1 just to see if like that helps anything, which as of right now, not really. So I might take this back to a full thing, but literally I'm like, I have so many videos that I can post. So if I wanted to do just like 1 a week for the rest of the year, this could last me. I could pretty much like stop streaming this entire year and still probably be able to consistently put out YouTube content if I really wanted to. So whenever you have free time, you let me know. You let me know. We can make this work. But yeah, the whole like, you want to follow success and see like, and you just kind of want to tweak things. That's fine and dandy, but it's like, it's one of my gripes when it comes to a lot of the videos that are like, hey, here's some advice to do XYZ, but it's like, it's always the same recycled advice. It's like, oh, when you're streaming, you always want to be talking. You want to avoid any kind of dead air, because it's like you want that chance for someone to come in and be like, oh, hey, this person's talking. It's like, I feel like I can interact with them. They're not like gamer focused or anything like that. It's like, okay, cool. Who hasn't heard that fucking advice? It's like, you don't need to hear it the same million times. Like, there's nothing special about it. By the time you follow something, the hype will... Exactly. And it's just a whole thing. It's like trying to catch that lightning in a bottle. And I know, I can't remember if it was this video or like the video before, where it's like, it's not about, I think it was this video earlier, it's like, going viral isn't about luck. Yes, there's a little bit of luck to it, but it's not all about it. I think luck plays a larger majority in going viral than a lot of people want to say, especially when they're making videos about going viral. It's like, nah, you just follow this example. And it's like, hey bro, let me copy your homework. Okay, just change it slightly so it doesn't look too obvious. Like, that's not what YouTube should be. But maybe that's just me. We got the highest views from a niche game. And it's one of those things, like, Fortnite and Smash, it's one of those things where that's such an oversaturated, I guess, like, kind of topic, for lack of a better term. Like, so many people are putting out videos for that. You have to be... What's the word I'm looking for? Like, you have to be insanely good, or you have to already be popular to really get anything like that moving, right? And, you know, it is what it is. You go for something that maybe not a lot of people watch, or it has like a cult following, then yeah, there you go. There's where you can get your big views. Like just for example, while I'm just blathering on, taking forever to eat my sandwich. Let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna go content. I'm gonna click on views. But yeah, like these here are my outliers, right? These here are my general outliers. This is one of those things where it's like, this is such a unique ROM hack that I'm so sad that the creator stopped making this, Like, of course, this one was probably going to pop off. Literally, 3 of these are the Pokemon 3D. I have no... It's like, is it just Pokemon 3D? Is it the names? I don't understand why that one went nuts. I feel like I understand why this one went a little nuts. It's Kaizo, Ironmon, and I essentially proposed a question of, like, did I fumble this run, or was it just... Or it's like... Or was there just nothing that I could do? It's like, okay, I can understand why that one went a little big. But, like... I feel like these are like that weird niche enough where it's like, oh, it's different, it's fun, but it's also attached to Pokemon where it's like, whoa. But you need to start on small games, can't, yeah, just like assuming you're going to play one of the biggest games like out there that has like 1 million different people playing it, trying to post videos on it, the odds of you catching that bottle of lightning get reduced by so much, unless again you're insanely good. Like, you have to be pro level. Like, if you want to do well on like COD videos, you got to be pro level. It's like if you're a nobody, you got to be pro level good. Conker's stream got me 50. Exactly. It's like Conker's Bad Fur Day is one of those like retro games that like have that kind of like cult following and that just like wild like connotation to it. It's like singing poop, sexy flowers, like count me in. Terrible friend, because I don't want, honestly, Donker, I get it. There's only so many hours in the day. You can only do so much. And I wish I was better about watching other people's either streams, videos, or anything like that. It's just life gets in the way. Life is just too busy. I mean, streamer talk makes me want to stream. I mean, heck, it's like whenever we end up playing Peak together, you go ahead and you stream your view of it. We'll co-stream. We'll do the whole shared chat thing or whatever. It's like, if you want to stream it, you can. If you don't, I don't. It works for me too. Either way, I want to play more games with you because it's always a fun time playing a game with you. All right, let's see what else this jabroni has to say.
Instantly. Remember earlier when we were manually searching channels and comparing views? Well, there's a cool software tool that does this for you. It's called vidIQ, and what you can do is just enter your term, like grow a contracting business, and immediately identify the trending videos, the outliers around that term. I'm going to show you exactly how to use this, as well as how to use these filters to really dial in your results. But in order to get this tool, you just have to have vidIQ, and you can actually grab a trial version for just $1 if you use my affiliate link. You can.
And there it is. What did I say at the beginning of this? It's like if you use this one tool that he's fucking affiliated with, who would have fucking guessed? It's like, use this tool, use my link, ah ha ha ha. It's like, is the tool probably useful? Sure, probably. But again, it's a disingenuous thing. It's like, hey, here's this tool that I use. It's like, you can use it too. You pay money for it on a monthly basis. And if you do, I get some money on top of it. It's like, whatever.
You can go to vidiq.com/think or just click the link in the description to get access. Step 1, search a topic and then analyze the results. And so from our original list of keyword and topic ideas, one of the terms was grow contracting business. Now what we can see here is we can see that this video scored a 36. That's an outlier score, and that means that this video outperformed the average views on this channel by 36 times. So vidIQ.
Gonna be real at first. I thought you were like, so I'm watching it in the sense of I'm watching it because I feel like every so often you'll watch one of these kind of videos of like, hey, this is what you can do to help something, like change this little setting. Here's this little thing that nobody thinks to ever fill out that actually, you know, helps put you in that right like kind of category type of deal. It's like, okay, you can glean like that one little thing where it's like, okay, there's something here that might be useful. That's why I don't want to say I like watching these videos, but it's why I watch these videos, because usually there can be something. There can be something there that might actually be helpful. As of right now, I'm gonna assume anything in here, like the whole idea of like go to like other channels that are successful in a way and take a look at their videos that are like similar to yours and like what outlies from them. Okay, that's like that kind of advice makes sense. I like what he's already done so far. With one of the big things that he mentioned was, don't just look at the big YouTubers, because they already have upward momentum. It's like, and that's why they are successful. They're already there. They've already made their brand. They're successful just off of recognition alone. Looking at them doesn't really help you for fuck all. You want to go small, medium creators within your niche. That makes sense if you want to be like, what can I do differently? And like when I've like generally looked at things where it's like, I've looked at videos where it's like, okay, small, medium creators that are kind of like me, kind of doing whatever. One of the biggest things is they have like spot on thumbnails, and it's either A, they have the money or the creativity themselves to make good thumbnails. Whereas me, I can't pay somebody to make a good thumbnail, and I'm still kind of like figuring out how to make maybe somewhat decent thumbnails, where it's like maybe we can figure something out. Like I just like I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. I started using this camera right here as like my camera to take like pictures of me, so I can get higher quality pictures for the thumbnails itself. And it's like I'm starting to like play around with like, okay, maybe you throw on like some extra words that kind of like okay, this is what's going on in this, and like okay, it's like maybe I take screenshots from the video itself, so it's like, okay, here's something you got going on that might just be happening. Or it's like, and then again, it's like I also got some like generic ones, like right here for example. It's like pretty simple, straightforward for Mario Party, and then I have an alternate version that's again kind of different, but again it still kind of tells the story. And then it's like the different versions here that I messed around with. It's like, okay, these could be at least a little bit of something. But yeah, it's like I don't have anything like anything too crazy type of deal, right? And I'm also thinking like going forward, I'm going to switch up my editing style just a bit, because I think one of the tips that I've learned, which is like I didn't even think about that. One thing is, it's like you kind of want to connect your thumbnail to like the first like 5 to maybe 10 seconds of your video, because if like as you're like scrolling through YouTube itself and you like it's like scroll down, we'll go with this. It's like you then see like the first 10 seconds, it's like thumbnail pretty decent, okay, top 10 whatever, you know, PlayStation 4 games. It's like you go to here and it's like you just get Josh, and it's like, okay, this doesn't really necessarily tell you much. It's not immediately into it. It's like, okay, does that really immediately give you like, I want to keep watching this? Like, okay, trying to think, like, is there anything? Of course my, you know, YouTube algorithm is just absolutely screwed up now that I've okay, so here's probably a good idea. It's like you're leveling wrong. It's like thumbnail pretty good. I would say I wouldn't surprise me one bit if that's AI generated, which annoys the ever loving fuck out of me, and I genuinely dislike people like that, but who's to say? That's just me assuming, right? It's like, and it's just, you look in, okay, see, immediately into like leveling. Okay, so that right there, it's like that start off, that works out really well. Like that would probably work type of deal, right? Like leveling, whole thing, into it, and boom, instantly like looking at leveling and like, what do you do? That right there works. That could be a helpful thing. That's something I need to do. Like when I made these, I already like had the video edited down. I'm not planning on doing anything too crazy. So these ones are a little bit off because these screenshots come from the end of the video. So probably not going to be great, but going forward, any of these screenshots are going to be like showing like at the very beginning where I'll either take something from the end and like just copy it to the front, so it's like it starts off with that and then it cuts into my intro of all that. I don't know. Either way, it's little things like that that I feel like are a whole thing, you know. But it's trying to figure out exactly what works, right? Oh yeah, like doing the funny ones like that, like because I still want to have like these as kind of like a generic option because I feel like those still speak to me as like the dumb, goofy, like just BS. Like this is why I don't want to like get rid of this one because I think this one was still a smart idea. Red skateboarding, radical red, like I think that just works. It just works, right? It's like it might just be me, but I think that something like that just works. Other than that, like if you haven't seen, like, wait for it to load in. Like this is my new profile picture that I threw together. It's a recreation of like the 3 moons, 3 wolves and a moon shirt that you've probably seen a million iterations of. Like I feel like that it's like it looks nice. It's like it pops a bit, and it's like it's that right amount of stupid that just speaks to like who I am.
IQ makes it easy to discover this video, see the outlier score, see the VPH, which means how many views per hour this video is currently getting, even though it's a year old. And we can see that the channel has 27,000 subscribers, but this video got almost double the views of the channel with 45,000 views. Now we can also click these 3 dots and have vidIQ remix this for us and give us some video ideas based on this. We could search find similar videos, and we can also click open in YouTube to study the video
problem with
itself.
the give me ideas is that's 100% going to be
powerful
AI.
because as we scroll on this page, there are all kinds of outliers. It's what this tool is called. It's the outlier tool, revealing different types of videos. How do I pay myself as an owner of a contracting business? Grow your business with flexible financing for capital equipment. Lots of inspiration on proven topics so that we don't get stuck with low views and we get more reach on our next upload. But now it's time to get really smart with this using the filters. So if we click on filters, we can discover that we can tweak these results to dial in the details even more. For example, maybe we only want to analyze smaller channels. We could reduce the subscriber count and say, I only want channels with 27,000 subscribers or less. Early on in the video, we discovered that one of the biggest mistakes people make is only studying big channels. Well, with this tool, you can now study small channels that are having breakout videos. Let's switch up our topic and keep diving deeper into these filters. I'm going to switch it up to HVAC business growth. Right.
Got a little bag of Takis from whenever I bought the new like Takis chicken sandwich and fries from Wendy's, and I gotta say, I'm not necessarily super impressed with Takis. It's I don't know if it's like this one specifically, but they're very line forward. Like, they're not bad. I feel like they're a little more limey than I would want. Okay, copy the little guys. Exactly. I thought the salmon was pretty good. I wouldn't say it was like my favorite thing that I've ever eaten from Wendy's. Again, if it wasn't for the fact that like the Takis themselves were very lime forward, I probably would have enjoyed it more. It's just I think they're just a little bit too limey for me, you know? But I would imagine if you enjoy Takis in general, you'll enjoy the sandwich and the fries.
Now, without changing anything, we can scroll down. Here's a video from a year ago by Nate Jones, got 16,000 views, 41x outlier, how to start an HVAC business. Nice little detail here, $648,000 a year, as well as we're able to study the thumbnail. Let's try another one, plumbing business tips. Yes, plumber profitability tips by Plumber Marketing USA. Not bad, 30,000 views, but this brings us to the next filter because this video is 3 years old. So one of my favorite filters is the publishing date. Really, I want to look for videos that are in the last year, if not the last 6 months or even 3 months. This is an interesting one. 24 days ago, this video got 22,000 views, and the format is Plumber Reacts. Learn interesting plumbing stuff. Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? I found this beer left over from some campers and I'm totally wasted.
Have you guys seen this vlogging Yeti online? I'm gonna teach you how to do this.
For most plumbing creators and contracting businesses, they probably aren't thinking about making a React video. They're probably just making how-to videos or answering specific questions. Both cool formats, but this outlier tool just helped us discover an idea that's gonna be outside of what most would create, therefore giving you that unfair advantage. Let's switch up the topic, how to start a handyman business. Okay, so we have subscriber count still filtered down to 96,000.
I mean, the biggest problem is the fact that he chose such a oddly specific like video line as an example, where it's like, how many people are watching these videos trying to be like, how do I make a YouTube channel based on being a handyman? Or like, yeah, you can probably, you know, kind of apply these ideas in a sense, but it's like, it's more of like, this is more of a odd ad for this vidIQ tool than it is actually, if your videos get less than 700 views, do this. I think this is a very clickbaity title, and it's like, this is more about selling the tool itself, and instead of being like, hey, this is what you can really do. Like, they front-ended with like, hey, here's some advice, but like the entire like back half of this video is literally like, hey, look at this cool tool that you can use, and if you use my affiliate link, I get money. Yeah, a lot of the thumbnails, again, some of them are just like, I don't understand. Like the one at the top, the one on the left here, handyman business starter kit. It's generic. It's whatever. It's like, I don't like, it's whatever. Second one, it's a guy that's like in front of a big tree. And how does that even apply to how to start your online business journey? Like, what? And then the far right one, it's like, it's kind of eye-catching, but I feel like that's just so many words on the screen. I feel like it's a bit much. But yet, somehow these jabronis have found success.
Publishing date in the last year. Let's go the last 6 months. Okay, interesting. So we're talking about how to start a handyman business. Now, there isn't any specific handyman videos that look like they're coming up, but there is a how to start a plumbing business, and that did pretty well with 30,000 views. It's just a 1.5x outlier, but if we're identifying proven topics, then that title format would be a good video for a handyman or somebody that could coach handymen working for themselves or starting a side hustle or however that works, to do a title formula like how to start a handyman business. And certainly we'd want to click through on that video and see what we can learn from the way the video is formatted, of course, the thumbnail, the overall packaging, because the whole point of this process is success leaves clues. The powerful thing here is you can continue to layer on these filters to improve your results. In the topic we're discussing here, like plumbing and contractor businesses, it's a very narrow specific niche. And remember, we talked about going viral in your niche. In this case, with 20,000 views, 50,000 views, that's a big outlier. Whereas in other topics, 1 million views might be something you want to aim for, multiple millions of views. So you could use the views filter to do that. If you want to only study videos that didn't just get a lot of views all at once, but then flattened out, but views that are currently getting views, that's why you would use the views per hour filter to study videos that are not just like popping off, but maybe continuously popping off if they're a little bit older and still getting views. And depending on the type of content you're creating, you might want to look at different video lengths. Like I only want to study 10-minute videos or even 7-minute videos, or I'm open to up to 60 minutes or even longer. And here's the next step. Pick one winning video idea that you discover today, whether doing this process manually or by downloading and installing vidIQ and using the tool to identify that next outlier topic for you, and then use the viral remix formula. Don't overthink it. Start with what's proven and then make it yours. And if you want to save hours and find those winning video ideas faster, then check out vidIQ. If you go to vidiq.com/think, you can grab a trial of this powerful software for just $1. This is the exact tool that we use here at Think Media, and it just might completely change how you create your next video. And if you found this video valuable, hit the like button.
Nah. I was like, just throwing it out there. Again, 3.9 million subscribers. This has been out for a month. This has been out for a month. Only 45,000 views, only 2,000 likes. Yeah, no. I don't think a lot of people cared for this video. And understandably so. Some of the general ideas definitely aren't bad. But at the end of the day, the whole thing is buy this product and just copy whatever somebody else is doing that has already done it successfully. And like you said, Dunker, that takes the fun out of things. It's like it becomes, what's the point? That's all it is. It becomes, what's the point? But yeah, I don't know anymore.
Okay, if there's one AI.
Okay. I'm going to assume already this is going to be a dumbass video, but how to create an irresistible hook might be interesting.
Today we're talking about hooks. If you want your videos to perform better, you have to make better hooks. But here's the thing. I'm not going to give you a list of 25 proven viral hooks, because that's not what you need. What you need is to understand the psychology behind why those hooks worked, and then the tactics for how to use that psychology in your own stuff. So these are going to be the 6 best ways to improve your hooks immediately. And if you do all of these, I guarantee your videos will perform better. I know this works because content is all I do. I have almost 1 million followers, billions of views, and these are the secrets for how I go viral whenever I want. All right, tip number 1 is actually the...
Immediately, I almost have millions of followers. Like, yeah, sure, maybe you have several other channels and the entire subscriber count is like comes to almost 1 million. But when you say you have almost 1 million followers and your subscriber count is only 180K, already making me sus. The
mega tip. It's my full 3-step hook formula. And this is how I look at social media. You are driving down the highway at 70 miles an hour. I need you to see something, stop, turn around, and come back the other way. So how do I get you to do that? The way I do that is by building a curiosity loop. And this is one of the base commandments in storytelling. If you want to tell a great story, you need the viewer to watch the first line and feel so compelled that they can't dream of doing anything else than watching the second line and the third line and so on. The domino effect. This is the curiosity loop. And the deeper the loop, the more curious you are, the more I've hooked you. So the question is, how do I do that in just 3 or 4 sentences? And the answer is that I built a formula that does this every single time. It's 3 steps. The first step is what I call the context lean. In the first line or two, I need to do 2 things. 1, I need to be super clear about what the video is actually about. Topic clarity. And this is so you as the viewer can self-select in or out based on your interest. If I'm talking about investing and you don't care about investing, I actually don't want to trick you into watching the video because you're not my target viewer. But if you do care about investing, I want to signal this to you as soon as possible. So I need to give you immediate context about the topic. The second thing I need to do is get you leaning in. Context lean. The more you lean in, the more curious you are. These are the easiest ways to get somebody to lean in. Establish common ground, reference a benefit or pain point they may have, use a metaphor to simplify a complex idea, or tell them something so interesting it blows their mind. You need them to be connected and feel like what you're talking about relates to them in some way.
Okay, so just out of curiosity, like it's like if we could try and I get what he's going for. It's like, how do we relate this to like X topic we're trying to make a video on to them? And that's what I did with some of my YouTube shorts, right? So just to like, I guess, have an example. Just to have an example. All right.
Have you ever wondered what...
Okay. Hello?
That looks like... Have you ever wondered what the fusion between these 2 Pokemon would look like?
Like that right there. It's like, that's my hook. That's my hook. It's like, what? It's like, what could I do in a similar situation to, I guess, stay, like, keep someone hooked in this? Like, is that enough? Do I need to, what more do I need to do? Like, I guess that's like one of the things like I'm trying to think of. It was like, what do I need to do in like this situation to get that hook, you know? Like, I feel like it sets it up pretty well. It's like,
have you ever wondered what the fusion between these 2 Pokemon would look like?
Again, it's like, I feel like it's right there. It makes sense. It's doing what it needs to do. It's like, hey, you ever wonder what these 2 Pokemon would look like if you smash them together? Like, do I need to like change my wording? Because this is literally like 3 seconds. 3 seconds in. So it's not like, oh, okay, here's the start of your hook or whatever type of deal. Like, what could I do to make this, I guess, more content lean or whatever? Maybe I change up and be like, can you guess what these 2 will look like if I fuse them together? It's like, maybe I could go extra cringe with it and be like, the fusion of these 2 Pokemon may surprise you. Or like, and just like one of those like stupid things. I mean, I don't want to go that far because that'd just be too much. It's just like, I guess it's like, how do you put it together? How do you put it together? How do you make it pop? How do you make it pop?
Let's go through an example of one of my videos. This is the sphere video I made that got 8 million views. I want you to just watch the first 2 lines. The tech in the Vegas Sphere is insane. Biggest screen ever built, 20 times bigger than an IMAX. Right away, I'm telling you exactly what the context of the video is.
Don't call this fusion at 3 in the morning. You wouldn't want to see this fusion in a dark alleyway. That might not be a bad idea of how to do things. that's immediately better. But no, that could be something. That could be something.
The sphere and the tech inside. And I'm getting you to lean in by talking about the screen, showing it, and referencing to how much bigger it is than an IMAX, something you may have known. Now, this is taking the show you something interesting to blow your mind route of the options. And of course, not everyone is going to be interested in this video, but if you heard about the sphere or care about tech in venues, you're going to be leaning in. Okay, so that's step one. Now, step two is what I call the scroll stop interjection. This is a single line meant to act like a stun gun. I need you to start leaning in, and then immediately I need you to stop being able to move forward, like you ran into a window. And the best way to do this in practice is by using a contrasting word. I like to use the word but you could use things like however, yet, although, therefore, on the other hand, things like that. And this is more just meant to be a setup line for the haymaker that's coming in step 3. But in order for them to accept the haymaker, you need to stun them first. Now,
okay, so it's like in a scenario like this, it's like if we keep like the general thing, it's like,
have you ever wondered what the fusion between these two Pokemon would look like?
It's like, but the result may surprise you. Like something like that. Like would that be it? Would that be the whole like that he's trying to put out there, I guess? Oh, actually, yeah. Okay, I guess you can never put in the actual order. You know what? That's fine. But like maybe it's something like that. It's like I don't know how much the, I guess like that whole but actually like does anything. Don't even mention fusion. Just say I bet you've never seen this Pokemon. I mean, that's true, yeah. It's like I bet you've never seen this Pokemon before. Which is probably pretty true, because there's like almost 200,000 different fusion options or something like that.
Back in the sphere example, let's watch both the context lean and the scroll stop interjection together. The tech in the Vegas sphere is insane. Biggest screen ever built, 20 times bigger than an IMAX. But get this, the screen is actually the least impressive part of the whole thing. So at this point, I've kind of stunned you, right? I first established context and got you leaning in about how interesting the sphere is, talking about the tech and the screen. But then I stunned you and told you the screen is actually not impressive at all. At this point, you're like, what could possibly be coming next? The screen looks huge. I can see it in the visuals. And this is the curiosity loop that is building. You wondering what is coming next is replacing any thought that could be distracting you and send you anywhere else. All right, time for step 3. This is the haymaker. I call it the contrarian snapback. Now, the contrarian snapback is a sentence that goes in the opposite direction of the initial lean. It's still on topic, but it snaps the viewer back on a different path. And the bigger the shock, the bigger the snap, the better the effect. So let's finish the sphere example now with all 3 parts. The tech in the Vegas sphere is insane. Biggest screen ever built, 20 times bigger than an IMAX. But get this, the screen
so proud of this shitty video.
is actually the least impressive part of the whole thing, because the most impressive part is the audio. This is gonna blow your mind. At this point, I've got you hook, line, and sinker. I established context immediately. I got you leaning in the case that you were interested in something about the screen or something new you hadn't seen before. Then I stunned you and played the Uno reverse card, snapping you back in a different direction. Instead of talking about the screen, now I'm talking about the audio. That is the snapback. At this point, you are fully hooked.
Like I guess I understand what he's like kind of trying to get at with the whole snapback, but it's like, no, you literally just like started talking about again the topic that you stunned us with. You went, man, look at this screen, it's huge, it's crazy, but it's not the most impressive thing. Here's the most impressive thing. Like what was I supposed to? He reminds me from Dennis. I can see it. I'm a 5-star man. I was a 5-star man before the internet. Oh, lordy. Okay, all right.
hooked and fully curious about what comes next. You can't dream of doing anything else other than learning how this audio is more impressive than the biggest screen ever built. That's hook, line, and sinker. Now, it turns out if you go back and you analyze best performing content from any creator across any medium, a lot of it follows this exact same formula. And it doesn't just have to be the big news style, entertainment style video type content. If I'm making content as a real estate agent and I'm purely looking to drive leads to my real estate practice, pure B2B, I could say something like this. There are 3 massive mistakes people are making with their mortgage. The average person pays an extra $12,000 per year. Now, most people think it's because of high interest rates, but it turns out it has nothing to do with that, because the biggest waste of money is actually coming from, see what I did there? Now, I don't know anything about real estate. I don't know what the right answer to that is, but just that hook setup, even without me knowing any context, I can get you leaning one way and then the other. And if you're a real estate agent and you make content in that format, I guarantee that would drive so many leads. It would build you as authority in your category. That's what you want to do. That hook format works every category, every space. And if you don't...
Again, the whole like 3 parts, it's just like hook, say, it's like, say but, it's like, and then bring up other topic that's similar. Like, I mean, does it work? Yeah, probably. But it's also one of those things where it's like, say, it's like, be like, this is the most exciting thing in the world, but here's something even more exciting. And then, you know, say whatever the most next exciting thing in the world is. It's
Don't believe it works, I'm gonna do a magic trick, because I use this same psychology formula on you for the hook in this video. And if you're still watching, that proves it worked. Let me show you
It really doesn't though, because I'm literally watching this purely to see if you're full of shit or not. It's not that it's like you've done anything. Like, I clicked into this and I'm like, okay, let's see where this train wreck goes. It's not because you've done anything, you smug bastard.
exactly what I did. So I started off by saying this. Today we're talking about hooks. If you want your videos to perform better, you have to make better hooks. So right away, this was me giving context on exactly what the video is about, hooks, but also creating common ground and getting you to lean in around the benefit of making better videos if you figure out how to make better hooks. This started building the curiosity loop in your mind. Now, if you watch just those 2 sentences and you don't really care about making videos or making content, then that didn't really apply to you and you've probably bounced anyway. But if you're at this point right now, I guarantee it's because you're trying to figure out how to make videos to perform better. So this built common ground
yeah,
with
but
you,
again,
which is
you've
my
given
target
me
viewer.
nothing
Okay,
really.
so that's step 1. So context about the video, and I got you leaning in. So now what's next? The next thing I said was this. But here's the thing. I'm not gonna give you a list of 25 proven viral hooks, because that's not what you need. This is the scroll stop interjection, the stop sign, the red light, the stun gun. And this stops you in your tracks because I'm reiterating what you've typically heard in the
Please
past.
tell me you watch something
Typically, you...
Here's the problem is when it comes to content creation tips and advice videos, the majority of them are garbage. That's the problem. That's the problem. And again, it's just one of those things where it's like, maybe you can kind of glean something from these. Like, the idea of the whole hook and then hitting them with a butt, it's like, okay, yeah, I guess you could do that. That is certainly something. But at the end of the day, so far, he hasn't really told us anything special. It's the hook is, you gotta tell me what the video's about. I mean, not like my thumbnail or my title or anything has done that, right? Like, it's like if I click on like a video like about Star Wars, am I gonna be like, I wonder what this is gonna be about? I hope they hook me. It was like, I wonder what they're gonna talk about. No, it's like they're gonna talk about fucking they're gonna talk about Star Wars. I just learned from actual YouTubers. I mean, theoretically, this guy is a YouTuber. But no, amazing what I do when it comes to like my morning work streams, and I do like kind of like try and like learn something days. I come here, I look at different like videos. I'm like, okay, this is like the general topic that I'm looking for. What can I like possibly glean through this? And I was like, I understand that we're gonna be like sifting through a
bunch of shit. Like, just a gratuitous amount of it. And this is one of those things.
You see creators talk about
Also,
the list of the 40 best proven hooks,
fact
and then
that
they give you the
his
list.
step
But you know
one
this isn't the
is
answer. I
this
know that's
long,
not the answer. So I'm
like,
using that
compared to
embedded
the other
belief
handful of
in your
steps,
head that you know it's not the answer to stun
can
you
guarantee
into waiting
like,
to see what comes next.
this is all he has.
Just
The rest
setup
is a
line
bunch
to
of just
give
like
the contrarian
no nonsense
snapback.
bullshit
but it
that he's gonna
works
speed
especially
through.
well here because you and I both know that conventional wisdom doesn't work. And so I'm playing on that embedded subconscious belief. Okay, so far you've stopped the car and you've exited off the highway. Now how do I get you to turn around? That is step 3. So what did I do next? This is the last thing I said. What you need is to understand the psychology behind why those hooks worked, and then the tactics for how to use that psychology in your own stuff. And this is the contrarian snap.
No, I was like, when he said that, I was like, okay, maybe we're gonna learn something about it. He has yet to talk at all about like psychology or anything like that, or explain why it works. He's just so far been like, it's like, you say what the video's about. You surprise people by saying, we're not talking about what I just talked about. Specifically, we're going to talk about something a little bit different. And then you tell them about what you're going to talk about now. Like,
snapback, because most people have heard the word psychology. Whether you study psychology or not, you've heard the word psychology, and you have a suspicion as I delivered it that actually would result in some surprise or secret information that's way deeper than the conventional wisdom. You hear that and you believe that to be true. So I've snapped you back off the conventional wisdom back to this psychology frame, which is what I'm talking about. So when I say, hey, if you want to achieve X, don't do Y, do Z. And if you want to achieve X, you're going to listen. It works every time. The key though is that you need Z to actually be compelling, which in this case, I think it is. This is actually the formula I use and I know it's proven to work. If you just do this game, but then you don't actually have anything at the
and again, still has yet to talk about any of the psychology of it.
end of the rainbow, people will just churn and you're a fraud. So this formula works in all types of videos. It's not just short form, long form, and it works everywhere else. Any type of content in conversation in life. This is base psychology 101. Context lean, scroll stop interjection, contrarian snapback.
Pretty certain that that's not base psychology at all whatsoever. You've just created like some general like wording of like, hey, here's the 3 steps that I do to cause a hook. Psychology.
Now, implementing this in every different video and every different use case, that's what takes reps and practice. That is not easy. And because it's so hard, I'm actually building a software that's going to do all this for you automatically. Not just the hooks.
There it is. I'm building a software. It's going to be AI bullshit. It's like, and then you can pay me for it.
But the entire script, you just put in the topic and I will take all the content frameworks and psychology baselines that I understand, and we'll just write the script and the hook for you to make the video compelling. 60 minutes of script writing work distilled down into 60 seconds. That's what we're going for. It's called Sandcastles. Now, we haven't launched it yet. It's coming soon. The beta is going to drop soon. We have a massive wait list. Make sure you're on that wait list because we're going to have a launch price that's going to be lower than we ever offer, and anyone on that wait list is going to get it. So sandcastles.ai, we're going to help with all this automated script writing and hooking. All right, so now that we walk through the base psychology and the formula, which is really important to cover off first, let me go through some extra.
And once again, it's one of those things where I hate advice, especially like anything that's probably been happening in the past like 6 months to a year type of deal. Like especially with like within that time frame, everyone's like leaning so hard into just have AI be smart for you and write things. It's like imagine not being fun enough. Yeah, exactly. It's like I can't think of a thing. It's like, so let me just do this. And the problem is, especially with like the way things are going and the way that like content creators are like creating things and people's attention spans and all that, is people are going to start getting to the point where they like, especially like the lowest common denominator person who like only cares about consuming content and not like actually like the quality of the content. They are going to be like eating up the AI like crazy. They're like, oh, look at this AI stuff, I love it so much. And then you're gonna get like a normal person like me or just like anybody else that's like actively like, hey, I put this together myself. And they're like, what's this human error bullshit? Nobody likes this. Donker AI is just exactly
extra things that'll really help you sauce up your hooks on top of that foundation. Because I promised 6, and that formula was technically just 1, so here's the other 5. All right, the second thing is visual hooks. I say this a lot, but visual hooks are so critical in the video. I cannot overstate the importance. Visual hooks are probably 100 times more powerful than just spoken word hooks. And this is because people read faster than they can hear or that they can visually comprehend a full video scene. I've said this on many other videos, but if you just put title text, your videos will do so much better. So step 1 is put 3 to 5 words on the screen in a big bold font that helps build that context lean. If you can speak it in 1 to 2 sentences, can you write 3 to 5 words and distill that message down? A good example of this is in my video about life-size floor plans. This video got like 15 million views. Check this out. These are called life-size floor plans. I use the text future of home design and life-size floor plans with arrows to quickly establish the context. And I used future of home designs instead of life-size floor plans at the beginning because life-size floor plans is kind of the name of the thing, and I didn't want to risk misunderstanding. That is how critical and in detail I get with these visual hooks. That's how important they are.
Incredible in detail. I used a couple extra words to make sure that you weren't thinking we were just going to talk about the open design floor plans.
Now, the second piece of the visual hook is the visual itself. You want the most compelling visual possible with enough motion to hold their attention. It's like when a deer sees something out of the corner of their eye in their woods. They're gonna stop and they're gonna look and they're gonna see it. You want that same effect with your visual. Too much motion and you're gonna overwhelm them and it'll miss the context. Too little motion and you're gonna bore them and they may churn. You need just enough motion. Sometimes this motion could be a girl in a get ready with me putting their hair up, kind of leaning forward and leaning back. That sometimes is just enough motion to stun the viewer into holding and watching for more. This famous Colin and Samir video about the Ray-Ban Metas, this has 60 million views. The reason this went so viral, in my opinion, is because the initial clip has the perfect amount of rapid motion and then him in the mirror. That motion holds and allows them to talk about the point, which eventually convinces them that the Ray-Ban Metas are cool. So motion is so critical in the visual hook. The combo,
or it's a paid partnership. He's probably a recognizable person already, and he's talking about not only a recognizable brand's product, but something that's been done several times and has had like kind of controversies. I mean, does anybody remember the Google Glass and how like so many people were excited about it at first, and then it just like became a whole hoopla because it's like, hey, nobody wants to be recorded at all times and not know that they're necessarily being recorded. It's because it's like nothing says I have a camera in my sunglasses that could go wrong in any sense.
Of text on screen plus the motion in the video plus the spoken word, that combo is way more powerful than just the spoken word. Now, the third and fourth tips are about helping you build that common ground that I talked about in the context lean. The third piece is also base psychology. It's that people like hearing things that they're already interested in, but they're open to hearing new perspectives on it if they think that new perspective will unlock a benefit or solve a pain point that they have in the category. So if you make a video about magnesium as a supplement, an average way to write that hook would be something like, you should be taking magnesium because it's one of 21 core building block minerals. It's kind of decent, but it requires a previous understanding about magnesium and doesn't really talk about a benefit or pain point. A better context lean here would be something like, if you want better sleep, you need to be taking magnesium. This leads with the benefit of talking about better sleep and then introduces magnesium as a potential solve. Even if someone is against supplements or against magnesium, they will likely wait and hear you out because their desire to solve the pain of not sleeping well is so strong. When you're writing hooks, you always want to think about what the benefit or pain point solve is to the target viewer and then work that in if you.
Okay, what's my pain point solve for playing Pokemon or Dark Souls or just any retro game? Hey, you bored, you dumb son of a bitch? You should watch my videos. Boom! Pain point found. Like,
you can. All right, now the fourth piece to building the common ground is cult hopping. And I've talked about this before. When people hear something that they've heard before, it unlocks a comfort in their subconscious. And the opposite is true. It sounds weird, but if you hear a bunch of stuff you've never heard before, you start to feel dumb and you don't like that feeling, so you bounce away. This is why if you tried to listen to an advanced physics lecture and you've never taken a physics class, you would likely feel super dumb and not want to listen to it. So when you're making videos about complex or niche topics, you need to find a way to wrap the unknown unknown idea in something that is known, some common layer. And one way to do this is what I call cult hopping. This is taking a known brand or a celebrity or a movement or some cultural reference and using it as a metaphor or a comparison around your point. For example, if you make videos about complex tax planning, maybe you talk about how Taylor Swift's financial advisor would plan her estate.
You're making a video on some of the most boring fucking shit ever? Mention Taylor Swift.
Around the Eras Tour earnings she just made. Or maybe you just reference her in a group of celebrities when you talk about the elite level of wealth that you serve. Using these references is a really easy way to establish that common ground, and it's subconscious, but it creates comfort for the viewer. And you don't need to make your full piece of content around that celebrity or brand, but this will help you draft off the credibility and the popularity of something that already exists when you're still smaller and growing. All right, tip number 5 is to compress speed to value. And this is a saying I use a lot, especially when I'm talking about short form video. When you make a piece of content, you should feel like you have a timer counting down in your head before that content explodes and no one pays attention to it. For short form, that timer is about 4 seconds. For YouTube videos, that timer is maybe 1 to 2 minutes. So you need to find a way to compress the time to demonstrate initial value to before that explosion line. And that applies to both educational and entertainment content. The best way to do this is to give a little hit of value right at the front, either in the hook or right after the hook, because you don't want to bury your best stuff. Think of it like this. Anything you make after they click off might as well be a black screen because they're not going to see it. You should front load the value as much as possible. Here. You're not going for full completion. Your super fans will watch the full video. You want to front load the value as much as possible to eke out an extra 30 seconds at a time. Now, I find that as long as that first hit of value is unique and helpful, they will typically stay around long enough to give you a chance.
Again, it's one. I said this in the last video. I'm gonna say it again. It's one of those things like, it's like if you give them the value that's unique and helpful. Okay, very generic, very just like word vomit. But it's like, do you say anything that like actually is like, hey, this is how you can try and make your value unique and helpful.
Chance to show your second hit of value. That same logic that we apply with the curiosity loop should apply to this value loop. Give context, immediate value. Give context, immediate value. Front load that as much as possible. Ideally, you can inject that first hit of value within the hook. That's when you're really masterful. But if you can't do it in the hook, do it right after the hook to keep them. All right, now the 6th super tactical tip is to make your hook sentences staccato. And if you don't know what staccato means, staccato is a type of note in music that is short. Ta, 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 that's staccato. Now, I talked about in my storytelling video, which I'll link at the end of this, how it's good to vary the length of your sentences to create a diverse rhythm. And that is true for the whole video, but for the hook up front, you want to compress short sentences as much as you can. And the reason why you do this is because shorter sentences force you to achieve max clarity. It increases the density of value per word at the beginning.
Why many words when few do trick?
And when time is at a premium at the beginning of the video, you want to increase density value per word as much as you can. Go shorter initially and then expand to medium and longer as the video extends. All right, as you can tell, a lot of this is just getting the reps in and continuing to iterate and learn how to do this, make this subconscious. There are dozens of other tips that I didn't have time for in this video.
There's more tips in this. Like, and I've only spent 16 minutes making this video, and I've spent 35 seconds to... I've spent 9 minutes of it talking about my 3-point system on how to create a hook. I don't have enough time to tell you any more tips, so watch my next video where I talk about the next 6 tips. And maybe if you're lucky, if you pay for my super special AI program, we can touch tips. Like, Jesus Christ. I don't know. Like, I know at the end of the day, it's one of those things, like, looking at certain things, like, this right here, it's like 7 cutting mistakes that ruin your video. It's like, again, captivating title, simple thumbnail, like X check mark. I want to call them slurs. You know what? Understandable. All right, so just out of curiosity, let's watch one of Harv's videos first.
Melting
real quick.
Mo in 10 seconds.
Oh yeah, him in the death poker.
Okay. Oh my god.
Yeah, insane. Too strong. Too strong.
Okay, I didn't need to do that prep. I actually legit did not even need to have to do that prep.
Melting Mo.
All right, so probably a good idea is like, okay, Harv has less subscribers than I do, but he has much more consistent, like crazy views. I mean, like this one right here, Death Poker getting 22,000 views. Wild. The fact that he has a video that hit 22,000 views and he has less subscribers than me, like, is a travesty for him. He should have more subscribers. Like, getting a long form video that hits 22,000 views, he should have so much more going for him. And I think one of the biggest things that he has that I don't have is his thumbnails are goddamn gorgeous. But let's look at this one. This
What's
one's
up, everybody?
This is the outlier. This is the outlier. Again, nothing crazy in here. To be honest, I don't even know like how like all of this gets set up. Like, he literally just has like a handful of socials. It's like transcripts is whatever. It's like he doesn't have any chapters or anything set up. It's like he doesn't have any hashtags immediately in here to be seen. So it's like and let's be real, anything in the description, it means nothing. It means nothing. 418 likes, that's huge. That's amazing. It's like, it's 35 minutes long.
Today, I want to show you guys one of the most broken weapons in Elden Ring. This weapon is called Death's Poker. The Asher War of this weapon completely decimates everything in sight with constant freeze damage. My god. We're going to try to kill all major bosses of the game. There's a reason why the speedrun world record is done with the Death's Poker, and I want to showcase that with this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and enjoy the video.
But yeah, I think like the way Harv has the setup, just absolutely amazing. I think the starting of it's pretty good. I think the idea of having like the big bold letters to like go with the like his intro, just it's so good. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know anymore. Alright, just out of curiosity. Just going straight into shorts is okay. I thought it would like give me a full-on feed. But again, right here, like you can't tell me that this isn't just an AI generated fucking background. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm sure I'm a bit salty when it comes down to it at how like things have changed, right? Oh, hey, wow. Okay, So Ratty is one of like Harv's friends that he plays bingo with. Almost 100,000 subscribers. He has a video that's like has like 3 million views. And it's like he has such a wide variety of things, right? It's like that one's like an outlier for like low. That one just came out and it already has 3,000 views, which is insane. It's got a couple million views. Okay, interesting. So this is probably where Harv got his one idea to do an arcane only. It looks like a lot of these videos are like 30 minutes or less for the most part that have done like really well. Yeah, only 24 videos and he has 100,000 subscribers. And I'm guessing like his first video was this and he got like it's like and he got like what did he do do here to essentially put out a video and just soak up almost 50,000 views? Like that's insane to me. Like out of curiosity, what's your deal on? He only has only like 4,000 video or subscribers on Squaw. Okay.
Bow, 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 bow.
It's like he only has 4,000 followers on Twitch. So he went insane on YouTube. Like I guess the big question is like how? What did he do? Like, all right, we got a little bit of time before.
You've earned this.
Just like
so
out of
hold it
curiosity,
up high.
what did he do? What did he?
You don't just give an extra hand.
Start off
You
with?
give your whole heart because it feels good to raise up the community that raised you. You are a fighter, and this is your reward. Medela, the mark.
After finishing my first playthrough of Elden Ring, I decided I sucked and I wanted to get good. So I came up with a challenge run that would force me to. Here's the plan. I'm gonna beat all the major remembrance bosses in the game without upgrading my weapon. I'm not allowed to use poison or rot because I thought it would make it too easy. I also can't use the black flame buff or spells for the same reason. Because the goal is for me to get good, I also can't use summons. Before we start, subscribe if you aren't already. Most of the people that watch my videos aren't subbed. Alright, now let's go. I start off as the Wretch because I know the club is a good weapon
Is this not
and
his
because
first
it's fun.
video in here?
The first boss I tried was the Bloodhound Knight. I figured I might need Bloodhound's Fang, and since this fight is near the start, I thought it would be pretty easy. I was so wrong. I forgot I'm terrible at the game, and even beating a boss like this is not going to be easy.
I see my opening. That's it? Oh, okay. Nope, patience now. There it is. There it is, baby. First real boss handled.
Still, I got it done, and I now have a decent weapon and a bit more knowledge of what I'm in for going forward. After that horrific experience, I decided to book it to Margit. I figured I'd be best served by making my way through the main line of bosses, and the first real boss in the game shouldn't be too bad.
My biggest question here is why would he be using the club and like why wouldn't he try and get the Bloodhound Fang online?
What is that hezzy, bro? What? I was just waiting. What the fuck was that? Oh, oh. Why, dude? Oh,
Maybe I need to do something like this with my
I did
my
not
madness
strafe
run.
that. I'm gonna get fucked. Yep. Okay. Tail. You gotta remember about the tail. Flee. Oh, we didn't flee fast enough.
I was really struggling here, so my Elden Ring coach, Bushy, came by to try and help me learn this fight.
Oh, we're going full coach for this one, huh? Let me scooch over. Give my boy some room. Oh.
I feel like light roll might actually be teaching bad habits.
The double
Do you
spinning
have
move.
Other weapons that you can put on to lay yourself down.
That's all it took. And strafe it. Damn it.
Fucking heal unless you know you're safe.
Yeah. Oh, that.
I know that.
See, I thought that was the strafe.
Forward! Hey! Fuck!
I thought it was the other move.
Brave!
I'm killing Bushy. Dude cannot believe this.
Brave! Dude.
I counted wrong. I counted wrong.
Brave! Stop going back, dude. Forward.
Move.
That's the move that you give the fucking strength.
Eventually, he got bored of watching me die, and I was left on my own with his wise teachings to finish the battle.
Yes! Oh, there it is, baby. And we didn't take 100 deaths.
That took so much longer than I expected. This is gonna fucking suck. I take a quick break to gather a few items that will help my build.
That's
First,
another
I
thing I
grab the
need to do. I
golden
need to
bow
figure out how to
Asher
do
ore boost my
chapters.
damage and defense. Then I grab the spiked crack tier and green spell crystal tier to boost my charged attack damage and stamina. And finally, I grab the axe talisman to even further boost my charged attacks damage. With my new items, I head straight into Godric. I'm hoping that the damage boost combined with a couple of levels I put into Vig will make this fight a little easier.
But he's very gross. I mean, just, like, why? Why do you need that many arms, dude? Like, I get switching it up when you're jerking off, but this is excessive. Hey, look at us. 2 lights. Okay, and I fucked up. All right, we can dodge this. Oh, or we cannot. Or we can die. That works too, you know? We don't mind that. That is not the move right there. We do get 2 heavies. Don't fuck up. All right, we're kind of giving him the business phase 1 a little bit now. That's the big move. Should have gotten behind him. Saw it coming. From the top ropes.
Alright, finally into phase 2.
Oh.
Ooh, got lucky
luck.
there.
The luck. That was no skill. Does he get less poise, bro? We're fucking him. Let's go. Godric's got fucking worked, dude. Oh my god. I don't need a good weapon. I just need dodge.
And honestly, that was way easier than Margit. It still wasn't pleasant, and the low damage I'm doing has me worried for the late game, but I feel like I'm already getting better. Now I make my way into Liurnia, and I decide to pick up my favorite weapon in the game, the balls. These things do crazy poise damage, and learning to abuse the stagger mechanic seems like a good way to get better at the game. Now we make our way into Rhea Lucaria to fight the good boy, Red Wolf. Luckily, this guy only has a few moves in a very low health pool. The problem is, he does a lot of damage.
What the fuck?
Yeah, what? The fact that
Fine,
didn't give
we
him
just rolled
the
the post day.
Yeah, the fact that didn't give him the critical there.
Get fucking okay. Can I please? Nope. Still got him though. Still got him though. That one was just pure skills. No fucking BS needed.
Not too bad. That was actually the quickest fight so far with only 4 attempts. Maybe that means Renala will be easy?
Holy shit.
Yeah, no. Renala's
forward. Oh, or not? Okay, fuck me.
Okay, nope. Fuck me, I guess. In my first playthrough, I did so much damage, I honestly just muscled my way through this fight. Now, that's not gonna work, so I'm gonna have to actually learn her moveset in phase 2. I try a few weapons on different attempts, but still settle on the balls since they stagger her and seem to hit the fastest.
One guy tried to attack my caster at the end of the cast. So, Jesus, I got hit by the fucking Uber attack. Fuck you, bitch. Sounds like it's, yeah, back here. Why are you back here again? Stop with this shit. This is actually a huge problem for me if you do that. Oh no. Yeah, now I'm not gonna have enough time. Fuck. I got like 2 hits and then I have to run. Oh shit, that was the last one. Huh. Stop talking to the egg. Here we go. Something's working.
Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call that there. I think I'm gonna go ahead and call that there. This, like, I don't know. I don't think that you're gonna get any real good advice on how to make a YouTube short. It's just trying to figure out like what, like the idea of the hook, that makes sense. And that's definitely something like you want to work on. That's something you want to do, but it's one of those things like I think it's more of a trial and error, trying to figure out exactly what you need to do to quote unquote get people hooked. Oh my god, do I have? Oh wait, never mind. Holy shit! How in the world did I get 1,000 potatoes? Okay, well, I got. Okay, so let's just start. Okay, so I got more than enough of the potatoes and the corn. Let's get this. Let's get these pumpkins planted up and ready to go. But yeah, I think it's just gonna be a bunch of like trying to get things kind of used to what I'm doing. I need to definitely do a full, I guess, cut down of my madness run. Maybe I can call it like, I already have like a title in my brain where it's like, okay, is it worth doing a madness build purely for PvE? It's like or something like that. It's like, is it worth using madness if you're not going to do PvP? And the answer is no. The answer is 100% no. It just makes the game harder, to be honest. Like, Vike's Spear does a crazy amount of poise damage, and that like really helps carry the whole situation. But other than that, the answer is no. The answer is no. Alright, who's on? Who can we raid? Who's on? Who can we raid? Let's see. See any? Ooh, Jambo's on. You know, we don't get to raid Jambo a whole lot. We'll raid Jam. Plus, Jam stopped by earlier today. All right. Oh, of course I misspelled that. I'm an idiot. There we go. Much better. All right, Jam's gonna be playing some more Sims, so it's gonna be nice, chill, cozy. Jam's good people. If you don't know Jam, honestly, they do a whole variety of things. They usually stick to 1 or 2 games for longer than what I normally do, whereas like during the week I play at least like 4 different games. Jam, they will play more along the lines of like 1 or 2 games specifically a week, and they've been doing a lot of like Sims and like Elden Ring recently. I think they recently finished their 1 run through of Elden Ring, so they're probably not going to be touching that for a minute, but they've been doing a lot of Sims, and Sims is a good time. Donker, if you're still there, if you can still hear me, if you come up with a good time for us to play Peak together, I'd definitely be down for that. I already have an idea of what I could do for like a thumbnail for the live stream on YouTube. If not, I'll message you and we can kind of coordinate. But either way, general reminder, tonight is going to be more Pokemon Radical Red. Tomorrow is Pokemon Stadium. Wednesday should be seamless co-op of DS3 with me and Adam, provided he's not sick. And then Thursday, we're finishing the main game of Elden Ring by killing Melania, and then we're going into the DLC, which should be a lot of fun. But let's go show Jam Zone some love. I know I will. And I will catch y'all later. Have a good one, everybody.